The following is an exclusive presentation of Access TV Sports. The peaceful and picturesque countryside of west central Indiana marks the space between two long-standing institutions, rich in tradition. Each year, they embark on their yearly quest for what has become more than a mere trinket.
It's good, fans. It's good, and that ends the game.
Today, that spirit takes its yearly seat for the 122nd time.
Flush from the pocket to the ball, tipped and intercepted. Ethan Burris.
Very opportunistic defense, Jim.
For the Wabash Little Giants, the 27-mile journey to the south is the final lap to a perfect season and an ensuing playoff run.
Drops back with a belt tie snap. Now he's going deep, going for the home run ball, and it is caught.
But for the hometown DePauw Tigers, it has been 6 years since the Bell has called Greencastle home. Today, they look to take it back. The 122nd battle for the Monon Bell starts now.
A perfect fall setting in the 122nd meeting between Wabash and DePauw, the battle for the Monon Bell. The undefeated Little Giants, the 8-1 Tigers, and a perfect day here in Greencastle. Sun is out, bright blue skies, temperature in the mid-50s, and just a little touch of wind. Rich Linney alongside the broadcasting legend Paul McGuire, the old Buffalo Bill. Well, 45 years in the broadcasting business, partner. You've called Super Bowls on NBC, and yet you tell us this is as good as it gets for you.
Doesn't get any better than this. You got your all-time rivals are right here. You're going to face at the end of the year. You know that. And this is the final game of the regular season for these two guys. And if they get any closer to me, I'm going to pop one of these guys. I'm telling you right now, because I'm still, I got weight behind me. But I'm just telling you, we've been looking forward to this all year long. They have. You're going to see a great football game.
Let's add a little spice to this one. The winner of this one gets the automatic bid to the playoffs. These are the best two teams in the conference. Little Giants, 9-0 overall, 8-0 in conference. DePauw at 7-1. Well, let's break this one down. We begin with Wabash. Defensively, they're as good as anybody in the country, ranked number 3 overall. But the point, number 1, is nobody has been able to run on these guys, averaging, 39 yards a game? What makes them so good?
Their defense is solid. You know, in the 5 years that I've been doing this game, I don't know that they've had a better defense. I'm talking about all the way around. And the one thing about this defense that I think is so important is the fact that they've only given up less than 7 points a ball game. 7 points for every single game. But defensively, the only way I think that you can attack him, you got to run straight at him, because if you try to go wide on these guys, they're way too fast.
And to make it even a little bit tough today for the Tigers, they're a little bit limited on their running backs. We expect to see a lot of Matt Hunt with his arm and with his legs as well. Eric Rayburn wouldn't go down the path we talked about. This is your best team. He wouldn't give that to you, but he did say it's our most balanced.
I think we have good balance on our team this year. Offensively, you know, this is the best balance we've had since I've been here, between the run and the pass. And then defensively, you know, we feel like we've played outstanding defense all season, really consistent. Excellent against the run, but we've held our own against the pass as well.
Well, Coach Lynch has get DePauw back to their rightful spot in this conference. We asked him the reasons for that. He said, well, number 1, we picked the right quarterback.
Yeah, they did. Matt Hunt, here's the guy that, the perfect guy for this system that they have. He's only 5'9", but don't let that fool you. The guy's got a great arm. Accuracy, 67%, 24 touchdown passes. And besides that, the most important thing about him, he does not turn the ball over. Only 3 interceptions this entire year. But the other thing about this guy, he is their second leading rusher on this football team. If they run the ball, and when they do run the ball, he will probably carry it. If they run it 30 times, he'll carry it 20.
And a nice little piece of this for a family story today. How about the leading receiver for the Tigers is his little brother, Andy. Matt Hunt is starting his 3rd Bell game. Andy has come in and sparked this offense. A very fast freshman, one of the few Tigers who can get deep. Bill Lynch said, you know what, our offense has been balanced. It's also been very good.
I think our offense has really come on this year. We're much more balanced, and that was the goal going into it. We wanted to have efficiency in both running passing, and the key's been Matt Hunt as our quarterback. He's been very efficient. been a good leader, but his passing accuracy, his touchdowns to interceptions, his decision-making's been good, and he's also done a nice job running the football. We've been a little bit tailback by committee because of some injuries, but all of them have done a good job, and for the most part, we've taken care of the ball.
Well, this has all the makings of a very competitive afternoon.
I'm just looking forward to this, and just as long as DePauw can get off to a quick start, and they have to, Rich, this will be a pretty good game.
Well, the question is, does the battle head back with Wabash for the 7th straight year, or do they keep it here at DePauw and paint it black? Kickoff is up next. Welcome back inside Blackstock Stadium, getting ready for kickoff, the 122nd battle for the Monon Bell. Rich Cellini, Paul McGuire upstairs. Recent history in this one has favored the Little Giants. All time they lead 59-53. They have won the last 6. The first time these two met all the way back in 1890. Paul and I are joined by a pair of alums. Let's begin with Wabash, graduate of 2010, Matt Hudson.
Thanks, guys. As you mentioned, Wabash has won the last 6 consecutive Monon Bell games, tied for the longest win streak in the history of this rivalry since the Monon Bell has been instituted back in 1932. I asked them, the guys yesterday, if they were worried at all about complacency. Junior wide receiver Drake Christian told me there was 0 chance of that happening, and they are ready for this game today. Over to Brad.
Hey, thanks, Matt. 130 players on this DePauw roster, 19 seniors, 0 Monon Bells. They're looking to change that here this afternoon. The attitude on the sideline, a lot more confidence in years past. They know this is probably their best chance in the last several years, and Bill Lynch says this program isn't quite where he and his staff want it yet, but a win today would certainly change that. Let's go back upstairs for kickoff to Rich and Paul.
Thank you, Brad. Indeed, it would. Wabash won the toss, deferred.
Well, you know, they know how good their defense is, and if they can pin DePauw back and force them to kick right away, it just puts this ball game right in their hands.
Derek Fox, also the punter. Tutsi has an injured hamstring, so he no longer kicks off. He'll still do the place kicking. Andy Hunt and Connor Jeffers back deep for the Tigers. Crowd still filing in, players buzzing on the sideline, and we are ready for action. Fox to send it deep. And this will be Andy Hunt. He'll bring it out of the end zone. And Hunt to the right side, and is caught and flung down at the 20. DePauw to operate on offense.
Sorry, Rich, but just you and I talked about this for 2 days now. You said there that this is very important for DePauw. They really have to get off to a good start. This is a team that just needs that extra oomph from the offense.
Tyler Lysing, the tight end, will be in the backfield with Matt Hunt. 24 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions. And on first down, he's going to run right at him and get a gain of 6. So they win the battle on first down, which is so important. Check the starters for the Tigers. This offensive line has been in sync and in rhythm for a couple years. And they're a big reason for their success. And on first down, they got it done. Second down coming up. Hunt to the air, throws, caught, and they're moving the ball early. Jake Hagan with his 30th reception of the year.
Boy, you know, you can't pick a better start for DePauw, Rich. I mean, this is the one thing that we talked about. Here is a team that they know offensively. They've got to give the big spark. They got a lot of people that are hurt on the defensive side of the ball. But Matt Hunt, and throwing to his little brother, which is going to happen, Andy Hunt, and also Hagan right there. These are their leading receivers, and the quarterback is excellent.
Line both themselves up to the right, and Hunt instead will go left for Jeffers, and it's incomplete through his hands.
You know what I like what Hunt's doing? He did it. We talked about this yesterday, you and I, about what they has to do, Hunt. First of all, get rid of the ball in a hurry. Don't let this defensive line get to you.
Defensive line of Wabash has been outstanding all year. And with that, you know, Paul, you understand as a former linebacker, that's let the men behind him really roam free. Incomplete, second down and 10. Hunt gonna try to run, fumbles the ball, it's down on the turf. Tigers able to get it back. Bontrager got it.
You know, this is one of those deals, protect the football. That's the most important thing. You have in your hand, you're running, you must protect the football. And you look at when Hunt comes out here, watch how loose the ball is out on his right hand. And you just get a hand inside. He's got to be more aware of where the defense is.
Third down and long, intercepted. It's picked off by Pettiford. He's coming back the other way and tackled at the 30. First big play of the game belongs to the Little Giant defense.
And Hunt tried to get it to Hunt. He tried to throw it to his little brother. And I tell you, this was just, by Pettiford, was a perfect interception. Watch him step in front. Plays the ball. That's Hunt, number 17. The ball was going to. Pettiford, just a perfect, you talk about judgment in pass reception for a defensive man. That was perfect. Looked like he was on offense.
Here comes Connor Rice and the Little Giant offense. Mason Zarek is their featured back. He's over 1,000 yards on the season. And he will pound you, and he gets the first down handoff, and the Tigers are ready. Cody Baker coming off the edge to get him in the backfield.
Boy, I'll tell you, you really have to crowd the line of scrimmage with this team.
Rice, 14 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions. Aided by a very good running game. But a loss of 4 on first down, 2nd and 14. A dart and a strike over the middle, and the first time to the air is a touchdown to Oliver Page.
Rich, perfect throw. I mean, and the biggest problem here was number 7, Folda, the defensive safety, never got deep enough to get in line with the receiver. Just take a look at that pass. It's just a perfect pass.
Tutsi for the point after. And the Wabash Little Giants get the turnover and then strike quickly. They got it started with the D, and they go to the air. Rice to Page, 7 on the board for Wabash. "122nd meeting between Wabash and DePauw, and coming in, we felt strongly that the Tigers needed to get off to a good start. Instead, they turn it over for just the 7th time this season. Nice pick right there by Pettiford, coming back the other way with the good return. And then after a nice tackle on first down, 2nd and 14, they put it in the air, and it's an easy one from Rice to Page. Rice's 15th touchdown pass on the season. 2 plays, 27 yards, and just over 30 seconds.
The worst part about that whole pattern, it was only a 2-man pattern, and you got 5 defensive backs back there, and you can't cover 2 guys coming out of the backfield. And I just said that Folda, who was the safety, number 7, just didn't get deep enough. He should have been in line to the ball.
Bill Lynch will keep him calm. He'll keep him on track. And he talked about, you know, how much better their program has gotten. He said, but what we didn't account for, and what you can never account for, is that Wabash has gotten a lot better too. And complete respect, saying, no, I'm not kidding. I mean, the Little Giants, they've been good for what, the last 10, 15 years now. They've given us everything we can handle. He said, but man, you look at them defensively this year, they're better than they've ever been.
I love it when they said, though, you know, we really got a lot better. And the problem is they got a lot better too. And they were better than them last year.
Yeah. We'll see if the Tigers can settle down. So once the Little Giants get you behind, they'll make you pay. And Fox, the ball just about falling off the TV. The T got a foot into it. It'll be turnable by Hunt, who's caught and dropped just short of the 20.
You know, in college football, sometimes you just wonder, on both of these kickoff returns now for Hunt, he didn't have a choice of staying in the end zone, because if you just stay in the end zone, you get the ball automatically at the 25-yard line. And it really, it takes a lot of excellent blocking if you're going to bring that thing out.
Jason Kirchhoff, see, he's got his right hand wrapped up. To say they are thin at the running back spot would be generous.
You want to give him the hospital report after this play?
Kirchhoff's going to get it. Now, they know he can run. The question is, and their concern is, can he hold on to the football against this very aggressive Little Giant defense?
You know, and he can't protect the bad hand. The bad hand, you know, he's got it. The fingers are. Look at it's on. You'll see a glove. It's on his right hand. But he came in last week's game and did very well.
2nd down and 6. Tipped ball at the line, incomplete. Intended for Jeffers.
I like what Matt Hunt's doing. He's trying to get rid of the ball quickly so that he can, kind of freeze the defensive line and the linebackers. But Wabash is one of those teams, they really don't have to blitz, Rich. Their defensive line is so good. So he's got to get it out of there fast.
And there's, just look at the numbers, the sack numbers, Mccullen, Carnes, and Ludwig, tackles for loss, and they love to get you behind on down and distance. 3rd down, back shoulder throw intended for Jeffers, incomplete.
You know, here's a back shoulder throw, which is an excellent throw against a corner that's playing to your inside. So you throw it the back shoulder. The problem was that Jeffers wasn't ready for it. When he's throwing the ball that fast, you've got to cut your routes a little bit shorter.
Paul Simon on to punt. Drake Kristen waits back at the 45, and he is really slippery with the ball in his hands. 10 at the line. Here comes a little pressure. Ball is out. Short punt, and it'll take a Tiger bounce. It'll still be decent field position for the Wabash offense.
Well, they've been having problems all year long with Paul Simons as a punter. He just has not been consistent.
You ever ring the bell, Paul?
I rang it, what's that thing I'm hearing in my head? I rang it 2 days ago, and it really, it's nice when you go to bed at night because you can hear it a lot.
Well, Wabash, you see they've outscored their opponents 98-9 in the first quarter. They're undefeated. Their first game of the year, opponent went down, got a field goal. Since then, they haven't trailed since. That's it. Somebody got a 3-zip.
On DePauw, those penalties will offset each player's first unsportsmanlike conduct. 1st down.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. As Grant Henderson, our referee.
Never understand why if it's against each other, why do you call it? Why waste the time? Get on with the game.
I like your efficiency.
Let's just move it along.
Four wide receivers in for the Little Giants on 1st down. Rice from the gun. And right up the middle and through the defense of DePauw. Mason Zarek ripping off big yardage.
Rich, and talking to the coach, Bill Lynch, and he said, one of the things that we must do is to shut this guy down. Now, you're not going to stop him, but you got to slow him down. When Zurich gets the ball, this guy's a powerful runner, and he's one of those what they call north-south runners. He loves it, goes straight up the middle.
Fake the handoff to him and toss it out. Another completed pass. Matthew Dickerson Jr. with the catch, his 17th of the year, and Rice spreading it around to some guys who haven't seen a ton of catches.
On that play before that, when Zurich ran the ball, they split 2 guys out to the right-hand side. DePauw only had 1 defender out there, and they just saw it. They came back to the play that was open before, and you look at it, you're throwing a pass play on the 1st down, and you're picking up 9 yards. You're in control of the ball game offensively.
Anything you want now on 2nd down and 1, and it's Zarek right up the middle, and he is powering through DePauw's defensive line that has been a little banged up and is thin, and Wabash is taking advantage of it.
Well, they said to set the school record, he's about a little over 300 yards away. They said, well, that's impossible. That was 2 days ago. So far, I don't know if it is.
Rice rolling out, throws, complete. Oh, Rice on the money. Drake Kristen with his 50th catch of the year going down to a knee.
Boy, and you look where Connor Rice threw this ball. The only guy that can catch it is Kristen. Just take a look. He throws it down where Kristen has to go down. The defensive back has no chance.
Got Gibson in at running back now. Fake the handoff to Kristen Rice trying to go ahead, and the Tigers ready, and Will Longthorne cuts him down.
Well, with DePauw's kind of figured out a little bit. Well, you got Zurich has run up the middle twice, so that's where they're going to run. And if the quarterback's going to keep it, he's going up the middle. So they just stacked the middle on that play, played defense, and played it perfectly.
Longthorne, the Tigers' leading tackler. Wabash trying to go up 2 scores here in the first quarter. Kristen going to take it and do a throwback to Rice. And he'll make the catch and break 2 tackles before Longthorne gets him out of bounds.
I like this play, but the only problem with it is they're a little late getting it to the quarterback, to Rice, and he takes a pounding. The problem is that the DePauw defenders never tackle him. Folda, number 7, when you just missed a tackle, you got a big quarterback out there. There's a guy you really want to take a shot at. Take it.
First and goal. Eric Rayburn, Wabash head coach, coaching from the press box, and he's done that for about half the year. And now not messing around, going straight up the middle, and in is Mason Zarek. Touchdown number 16.
Flag.
Zarek spiked it. We're going to get called for a conduct penalty. The Giant fans don't agree.
You know, you got to give some leeway when the guy scores a touchdown. Come on, let him celebrate a little bit. First of all, if he just slammed the ball down, it's no problem because the clock stops as soon as the score. So the clock is not in play, and the game's not in play.
Check the call.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 38 for Wabash. That is his first unsportsmanlike conduct of the game. The penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
So Zarek gets the penalty for the spike. Touchdown counts. And Tutsy's going to try to make it 14-0. Just under 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. Tutsy's good once again, and it's 14-0 Little Giants.
When you take a look at Zurich, this guy is all power, and again, he's run the ball 3 times now, and they're straight ahead runs. You better put somebody in the middle of that line and the defensive linebackers to stop this guy.
54 yards and 7 plays. It's all working for Wabash.
The problem with DePauw, what happens now, Rich, is it takes you basically out of any part of your running game. Now, and we know that Matt Hunt is an excellent thrower. Percentage passer, does all the right things. He comes into this game with only 3 turnovers, 3 interceptions. Right off the bat, he throws an interception. But this guy can't throw the football. But the thing about it is now that Wabash has forced you into throwing the football.
Zarek got the penalty for the spike. And so that'll push the Little Giants back to the 20 to kick off. So DePauw should get decent field position. And Bill Lynch trying to figure out a way to slow down Wabash.
Didn't he say yesterday we can't let them get on a run?
They've done that to everybody. Average margin of victory this year has been 24. They have a championship mentality. They'll get you down and they keep you down. Derek Fox. with another kickoff. Andy Hunt. Across the 30, caught and dropped. Where do you go now if you're DePauw offensively?
I go back to when he started the football game. First of all, Hunt's going to be their major runner. He's going to carry the ball probably 75% of the time as the quarterback. But he is a very accurate passer. All right, he threw an interception. But he is a very accurate passer, and he can get the ball out of his hand quickly. I think one of the things you've got to do is continue doing that. And if you're going to run the ball up the middle.
They'll do that on first down. They're up the middle now, get outside. Escorted out after a gain of 2.
See, the biggest problem that you have with DePauw, when your quarterback is your main runner also, he's your quarterback that throws the ball, and he touches the ball on every single play because he has to get the play started. They only really have to key on one guy in the backfield, and that's Hunt. They don't have to worry about a back.
They'll stay in the 4 wide set. Lysing, the tight end, stays back, and a flag, hold on.
Remember that old expression, don't shoot yourself in the foot?
Start. Number 50 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
Cody Bontrager, the senior. And that hurts you. You know, it may not seem like a lot if you're just sitting in the stands watching, but instead of 2nd and 8, you're now at 2nd and 13.
And when nothing else is working, that's, you know, that, again, Richard, that's just one of the worst things you can have is hit yourself badly like that.
Sunfried to the right. Hunt gonna go left and air it out. And it's incomplete off the hands of his little brother, Andy Hunt, who was an outstanding hockey player in high school. And it was great to hear what Matt had said about him. I mean, I threw to him in the summer, and I didn't think he was that good.
You know, and he's my little brother, and I never really watched him that much. I never thought he was that fast until they brought him out here.
So he got to camp. I was like, well, he's really fast. I mean, he's good. Well, that's great. And great time for them to play college football together. 3rd and 13. And Hunt will try to take it up the middle and slip through a couple tacklers and get right near the first down marker. We'll check the spot.
He's got to get to the 44-yard line, and they already moved it. I mean,
great run.
You know, we talk about this guy. He does everything for this football team. He does everything. Kickoff, has carried the ball once, and everything else has been Hunt.
Well, the Tigers needed that one. And on first down, they'll try to run Kickoff. And there's just, you talked about it in the open. If you try to go outside against the Little Giants, it's tough sledding.
They're just too quick. You know, the defensive line. One thing about this defensive line, if you look at them, which we've seen just in the beginning of this ballgame in the first 7 minutes, they're very disciplined. They have an area that they have to protect, a hole they have to get to, and they get to those 4 guys. So that really kind of frees up your linebackers to make tackles.
Here on second down, incomplete, trying to get it to Andy Hunt. It'll be another 3rd down and long.
You know, you start a drive, you get it going pretty good, and you really start to feel a little better about yourself. And then you get yourself in a situation where it's just, there aren't that many 3rd and long plays in your arsenal.
Third down and 9. Here come the Little Giants. Hunt over the middle. It is caught. It's going to be another Tiger first down. Jake Hagan with a big catch for DePauw.
Man, you talk about the right play called at the right time. They get Wabash in a blitz, and when they get Wabash in a blitz, they know that the safety in the middle is not going to be there. So they throw Hagan down post route in the middle. Take a look. The safety can't get over. He doesn't get over because he has to cover the other side of the field, and a perfect throw.
The Tigers needed some confidence. It should be growing right now. They convert on 3rd down and 13 with a run from Hunt. And now a pass to Hagen on 3rd down and 9 from the 31. And a nice slippery run by Jason Kirchhoff. Good run on 1st down.
Yesterday we had nice time talking to these guys when we talked to Lysing, who's the tight end number 25. Now the guy's caught, he averages 17 yards a catch, but he's only caught 15 balls. And said, well, most teams like to use the tight end a little bit because said, you know, we need someone to stay in and block. So we asked Lysing, you know, you're going to be in a lot of patterns? He said, I don't think so.
2nd down, taking a shot at the end zone. Touchdown! Matt to Andy. The Hunt brothers get the Tigers on the board.
What a great throw. What a great throw. And what a nice pattern. Andy Hunt, you got to remember, folks, this is a freshman. And he makes a terrific move. One quick to the outside and right back in between the corner and the safety. There was just no chance for the corner or the safety to get near him.
Marco Adams, who missed 3 PATs in last week's game, comes on. And I think that's a big sigh of relief for the Tigers. 1, they got a touchdown. 2, they made the PAT, and it's now 14-7. Older brother to younger brother, and it's a 1-score game.
I'm Craig Carter. I'm a junior. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. My major is biology with a minor in chemistry. Before I was ever in student government, before I was ever an RA, I was an athlete and I was a student. In the classroom, above all else, I'm a student. I know to succeed, I have to work hard, I have to study. That's just what you have to deal with. So I can draw that to being an athlete, and I know I have to go into the gym every day to get better. I have to push myself. I have to know that just because I'm going through a little bit of pain, I have to work through that. That helps me become a leader on the field. So being that leader helps me become an RA. You're dealing with so many different personalities. You have to have a strong, commanding personality to get people to not just like you, but respect you, and respect you enough that they're willing to follow you and understand that you're here to help. I draw from every single portion of my DePauw experience for everything. There's no 1 or 2 things that I use for just some simple subject. I need everything to succeed, and it's just like any working machine. If one part doesn't work, then the whole thing doesn't work. DePauw's there to make you better as a person, to make the world better, to help you go out and strive to do better.
Happy fans inside Blackstock Stadium, as after falling behind by 14, the Tigers get on the board.
You know, we talked about the efficiency of Matt Hunt throwing a ball that's a 67% passer. But his accuracy on the long ball is just incredible. You know, he's only 5'9", and you would think, you know, he walked in the room the other day, and I didn't know whether he was a trainer or, you know, or a football player. But I'll tell you what, when he gets on the football field, he shows you he's a football player.
Had thrown 6 straight incompletions before hitting his last 2. And you think of that drive, you're down 14. Little Giants have got you in 3rd and 13. You scramble and pick up a 1st down. You convert 3rd down and 9, and you hit your little brother for the touchdown. The stadium has a whole different feel. It's be Dickerson. And Dickerson sheds 1 tackler and gets it across the 30. Well, the Tigers offensively got a couple things figured out. What do they need to do on the defensive side?
Well, this is where their biggest problem is, and the biggest problem is because of the defensive linemen that are missing here. You know, they've got only 2 guys that are actually playing the original positions that they started playing. They had to fill in because of injuries. And when you lose defensive linemen, now you really have to fill in. You got to hope that, you know, you got backup guys in there, but you got to hope your linebackers just take up the slack. And they have 3 very good linebackers.
Zurich going to get to the carry on 1st down. Zurich, you know, the DePauw players, when you talked about Mason Zurich, they say, don't hit him up by the shoulders.
if you're going to attack this guy, watch, you just take a look at him. And he's like one of those runners that's kind of looking, let me go find somebody to hit while I'm running with the ball. If I'm going to get tackled, I'd rather hit you first. But hit him low.
And now he'll come to the other side. Zurich gets it up near midfield.
You know, that is such a great weapon for a team. When you have a running back, the caliber of Mason Zurich, and you know that when you hand him the ball, he's getting 5. He's getting 5. He's not, you know, you're not going to stop this guy for 1 or 2 yards. He's getting 5. It just opens up your entire offense.
Well, right on track, 6 carries, 42 yards. Rice going to go to the air, and it's batted down. Cody Baker had a tackle earlier, and now from his corner spot, swats one away.
You know, this is one of those deals when you look at watch, get your hands up. You see him, he looks at the eyes of the quarterback, and he just waits, and then he's a corner coming in. He knows he can't get to the quarterback, but I can get to the ball.
6 straight victories for the Little Giants in this rivalry. Tiger fans now on 3rd down and 4, making a little noise. Wabash. And Rice rolling, looking, surveying, pressured, and throws it away. The pressure pays off. Kevin Kiyosaki.
You know the great thing about Kiyosaki on this play? He's a defensive end. But when you watch him on the play, he just stays to the outside. He knows that he cannot let the quarterback get outside of him. Force the quarterback to do something with the ball. Don't allow him to turn and make a throw. He's a left-handed quarterback. Don't allow it. Kiyosaki stayed to the outside and made the play.
Fox on to punt. Andy Hunt back at the 10. Fair catch called for and made near the 18. Let's check in with Brad.
Well, guys, this DePauw sideline was about as close as you can get to calling last rites. When they went down 14-0, we have not seen a sideline as dead as this DePauw in the last couple of years. But that touchdown, a big one. A couple reasons. One, first touchdown Wabash has given up in the first quarter all year long. And 2, that Hunt connection. We asked Matt about his brother Andy. We said, did you expect him to be this good, this quick? No. That's what Matt said. He told us, I didn't think he'd be that fast. It'd been years since I'd thrown to him. And look at this, their first Monon Bell Classic together. The first touchdown Wabash has allowed in the first quarter all year. And the sideline guys, as you can see, obviously a lot more intensity.
Yeah, Brad, that is put the spark in they needed. Kickoff in as the back on 1st down. He'll get the carry. And Kickoff is elusive. He can run the ball well. Wabash just trying to get after it. DePauw hoping he can hold on to the ball.
Just look how tight he holds that ball with his left hand. He can't use his right hand. You know, he's broken a bone in it. He can't use his right hand to stiff arm. Watch, his right hand just hangs. It doesn't do anything. He's got to do everything one-handed.
2nd down and 4. Lysing, the tight end, stays in the backfield. He'll block for Hunt. He tries to go right up the middle and does. 1st down, Tigers up to the 31.
Well, let me tell you the advantage of being 5'9". And you're behind a big defensive or offensive lineman. The advantage of being 5'9" is this right here, folks. Watch him get down, and they can't find him. Now he comes out, and he's already got the 1st down. How good is that?
2 runs and a 1st down for the Tigers. Hunt. Here's little brother Andy. Pass is caught. Gain of 4, as good as a run.
Hunt times 2.
Mm-hmm. Boy.
You can't make a mistake. That's what's really nice about it. When you got one throw into the other, it's just Hunt. That's all I have to say. God, they have got great timing, these 2 guys. And he's, again, you know, people know that he's just a freshman. This is a true freshman.
His brother Matt started from the 4th game on of his freshman year. This is his 3rd Monon Bell game. He's going to run right up the middle again and slide in safe at the 45.
All right. You know, we're watching Matt run the football up the middle. Let's get Shellman, Brooks, Bontrager. Here's the guys. Those 3 guys up front are just blowing the defensive linemen off the line of scrimmage. And this is where this is happening. You take a look at what those offensive linemen are doing. They're doing a terrific job.
Tiger first down. Hunt drops back, throws, got his little brother again, complete to Andy, and knocked out of bounds by Austin Brown.
First of all, Pettiford and Parks, these are the two corners at Wabash. You got to give these guys some help. Now there's Brown, number 18. He's a safety. He doesn't get over in time. The corner is a guy that's got to play up short for the out stuff. But they're not. I mean, you can't just let one man try to cover Andy Hunt. It's just not going to happen.
Bill Lynch wanted a late hit flag on Austin Brown on that one. Didn't get it. A little upset on the sideline. Kickoff in as the back. He'll get it on first down. And the ball pops out. It's a fumble, and Wabash has it. Tyler Mccullen comes up with the loose ball. He's an All-American candidate, and he's right there, Johnny on the spot when Kickoff fumbles.
Well, one of the biggest problems is you're a running back and you're running up the middle, Kickoff. And look at this, he's got a broken right hand, so he can't cover the ball with two hands, and they just rip the ball out. I mean, he's at a disadvantage, he really is, and it's not making an excuse for him because they're still handing him the football. But you've got to stay away from him as much as you possibly can. Use him as a blocker.
And this is where Wabash can be tough. They're going to go on the ground, and this is Zurich rumbling his way up near midfield. And Wabash, when you give them an opportunity, they have made everybody this season pay. That's why they're 9-0.
You're calling two names in this game, my friend. Hunt for DePauw and Zurich for the other team. You don't have to worry much about anybody else.
And occasionally a side of rice.
Yeah.
I couldn't resist.
That's great.
Zurich going left. And they pull him down after a couple. And with 38 Mason Zurich, 6 feet, 225 pounds, he gets stronger as the game goes on.
He does. And Longthorn, Gray, and Ganser, these are the three linebackers that they have at DePauw. And these guys have really got to step up because the defensive linemen, this is where they've been injured at DePauw. They've got a lot of backup people in. They've got to cover for these linemen and make the play at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 8, and this is going to be a steady diet of Zurich. He'll be up near the first down marker. So some things that haven't happened all year have happened here. The good for DePauw, they got 7 points on Wabash. They haven't allowed any points in the first quarter all season. The bad is DePauw, who's been so good all year on turnovers, already has 2 in the first quarter, interception and a fumble.
They almost had another fumble. Hunt, right in the second play of the game, fumbled the ball but got the ball back. Their team got the ball back. These linebackers got to be a little bit more active.
And Rice going to wind up and try to go deep again, and it's incomplete over the head of Kristen. But he was open. He had Paul Simon beat.
Yeah, but you look at how much time Rice had to throw this football. And here we are again, my friend. We're looking at, they send out Kristen in a pass pattern. It's a single route, one guy. And you got your defensive linemen, they're not even getting off the line of scrimmage. You've got to put some pressure on the quarterback. You can't let him stand back there.
Now they'll go empty. Second and 10. Tigers rush 4. They'll go over the middle and complete it for a short game. Sammy Adams with his 20th catch of the year, but that's only going to be good for 1.
I always, when you have that much time to throw and you're a quarterback standing behind that pretty good offensive line, and you're standing back there and you're going to throw the ball to the one guy that's running the 2-yard route and you need 10. I mean, I never understand that call, that play, and they're going for it.
3rd down and 9. Same formation. Tigers send 5. Rice gets it away. Open receiver. Dickerson stretches and gets it down to the 25.
Boy, you really like the pattern. You run everybody else deep, and then you have Dickerson, number 83. He just goes up and knows where the first down marker is and just checks up for that short pass. It's not a long throw, and you're throwing the quarterback throwing to his left, and that's where the receiver is, to his left. Look at this. He's wide open.
Zurich will get the carry on first down. And the Tigers catch him. They can't get him to the turf, but they'll get him stopped at the line of scrimmage.
I like this Wabash offense. They don't huddle.
No. That's what you asked him. Now, do you ever get any grief in the huddle? And Rice said, no, we don't huddle. I get grief on the sideline, not in the huddle.
Everybody looks at me from the sideline.
Second down and 10, and ripping off another big gain is Mason Zurich. He has been a load. You know, you wonder, and you look at the numbers. A 6.5 yard per carry average all season. Does he rip off long ones? No, that's just about what he gets every time he touches the ball.
And it's mostly up the middle. I mean, when you got a guy that you can depend on going up the middle, and then again, let's go back to the offensive line. This is a very good offensive line. The holes are there. Here's a guy that I think has got great vision. He reads well, Zurich. He knows where, you know, he depends on his offensive linemen, and he knows they're going to make the block. But when you watch him, look at the hole, bang. He sees it right straight up in front of him, takes it.
And Zurich and the Little Giants will let time expire here in this first quarter. Feed Mason, there you go. For the Little Giants, that's perfect. And Zurich and the Little Giants will have the ball at the Tiger 10 when we come back for the second quarter.
At Arlington National Cemetery in Washington, D.C., a memorial stands to honor unidentified service members lost on the field of battle. This year, 4 Wabash Little Giants, after an otherwise normal away game, visited the site. And the experience was much more than ordinary.
We were able to be a part of laying a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier, something that not everybody gets to do every day.
We actually got to walk past the chain link fence and to stand in front of everybody and stand in front of their shoulders while they played taps. It was humbling, and I mean, it brought chills to your spine.
It's very high security, so I mean, the fact that we were able to get in and do something of that nature was just a phenomenal experience.
Thinking about all the people you saw walking up to that national monument, all the headstones, all the graves, and thinking about everybody and all the sacrifices that people before us made so that we are able to live the lives we do. It's humbling. I mean, there's no other word that comes to mind other than humbling.
Typically, a Division III football experience would not include a 630-mile road trip to Virginia. But because of alumni contribution, the journey for the team and these 4 will be a lasting memory for years to come.
Going to this school, there's nothing like it. I think that Wabash has shaped each and every one of us to be a better man, a better student. Football has made us into better leaders, better teammates.
To be able to play Division III football and fly all the way over to Virginia and be able to have this experience, stay an extra day, you know, have that kind of funding to be able to do that, I just wouldn't be able to do it anywhere else.
I have to give credit to the Flying Wallies, the alumni group, just for everything that they've done to make this possible for us.
We're all lucky to have an alumni base that Wabash has because they are so supportive and they really have our best interests at heart. It brings a sense of a family, having people out there in the world to have your back and to be able to provide things and to be able to experience things that not many other people get to do.
Start of the second quarter, and the Little Giants knocking on the door again, trying to go up 2 scores. Zurich gonna run left. And Zurich, who's done it all on this drive, will get it to pay off. Touchdown, Little Giants.
I would tell you, this young man, you talk about getting some blocks. Trey Taylor, number 76, is the right guard. You watch these guys block. It is just incredible. They come out to the outside. Stucker is the center. Look at this. That is a center downfield blocking. You want to know why Mr. Mason Zurich is running as well as he is? It's that offensive line.
And that was a steady diet of Zurich on that drive. Tutsi for the point after. Two Tiger turnovers have been turned into 2 Wabash touchdowns.
And seriously, that's what every coach says. And you know, yesterday that's what Bill Lynch told us. The coach, he said, you know, we have first of all, we have to stop this guy. We got to slow him down. You're not going to stop him, but you have to stop Zurich. And then when you turn the ball over and give it to Wabash and allow them to do right here what they're doing, and you see their offensive lineman out in front of this Zurich, I mean, it's just hard to stop. There's no way the defensive backs can come up and make a play.
13 for 92 and a pair of touchdowns. 7 carries for 48 yards on that last drive alone.
Give him some water.
Tell him to get ready.
Yeah, give him some water, donut, whatever he wants, and put him back in.
After the game, it's a Nashville Marathon. Get caught up on all the action from Season 1, followed by a triple shot of all new episodes from Season 2, premiering tonight at 8 Eastern on Access TV. I think I'd choose to do the push-ups instead of ringing the bell.
Do anything, but last year we were up there at Wabash and the bell was right in front of our press box the entire time.
High short kick by Fox. Jeffers was swallowed and dropped at the 25.
That thing was so short, 4 guys were fighting to see who's going to take the kickoff return. All right, now we go to Matt Hunt.
Bill Lynch has talked about, you you simplify things. He said you figure out a better way as you get older to teach the guys, and you think of, we have 4 metrics. You got to win 3 of the 4 to win the football game. Number 1, turnovers. They're already behind on that.
Right.
He said in the game they lost this year, he said, that's Ohio Wesleyan. We had 3 turnovers. They took advantage of it. We ended up on the short end.
And 1 return for a touchdown.
Right, and Hunt and Wabash ready for this one, and that run up the middle goes nowhere.
Well, I think what Wabash has finally decided what they're going to do is they're going to stay in the middle because, first of all, number 1, that DePauw, they don't have anybody to get to the outside. Really, they don't have the speed to get outside. And this is their best runner. And he sees the hole better than anybody else does.
And we'll see if the Tigers can counter. Loss of 1, second down and 11. Try to spread them out. Hunt looking, surveying, running left and running out of time. And it's complete. He got it up to Hagen. Nice improvisation from Hunt to Hagen.
I was just looking at that play as Hunt rolled to his left, get out of the pocket. 5 black jerseys were still in the middle of the field. The 4 white jerseys that are chasing Hunt were over on this side. The guys, the offensive lineman, you've got to stay with your blocks.
Well, the completion makes it 3rd down and manageable, just 3 to go. Hunt goes in motion, and Matt Hunt will keep it, taking the handoff and get the first down for DePauw.
I just, you sit there and you watch Matt Hunt run the football. You talk about, he runs like a true running back, the awareness that he has. He just ran up to the line of scrimmage. There was no hole. He leaned into the defensive guy and his offensive lineman and waited for the hole to open up and then made that sharp break to pick up the first down.
Hunt on a roll with his feet and also his arm. He's completed 5 straight. Comes pressure on first down. Hunt gets it away, and it's incomplete. Too low for Hagen. Couldn't get back to get underneath it.
That was a throw that was made by not getting your feet set, and so you can get everything you have into the ball. Just remember now, 5'9" has nothing to do with strength, but you got to have, as a quarterback, you have to be in a throwing motion and have your feet set to make that 15-yard throw.
Lysing shifts to the left. More pressure again. Hunt trying to make him pay with his feet and does. And gets down the left sideline and stays out of bounds. Slips out right at the 40.
He just said, do you think my little brother's fast? Watch me. You talk about a guy that hesitates. Watch him hesitate. I mean, this is the bottom half of him is a running back. The top half is the quarterback. You know, and you just watch him. He is so aware of where everyone is on the field.
Moving into Little Giant territory. Time to only rush 4. Incomplete. Bounced it in the direction of his little brother, Andy Hunt. Family from Indianapolis. Attended Heritage Christian.
Best athlete in their family is their sister. Well, that's what they say. You got 2 of them.
They say that without pause.
Yeah, they do.
Try to run it after the incompletion. Slips a tackler. And boy, you're right. It's almost like he's on ice skates out there, and you look up, he's got 5 yards.
Well, you know, you look at him, and you talk about a guy that reads the defensive line. Now, we've seen him a number of times go up the middle because the holes open up the middle. But once Wabash and their defensive linemen decide, all right, we're going to jam the middle. We're going to force him. If you force him outside, he's quick enough to take it. He just did that and picked up 6 yards, and that looked easy.
10 carries, 63 yards.
Well, what did the coach say? If we run it 30 times, he's going to carry 20 of them, at least. The way it looks now, he's going to carry all of them.
And here come the Little Giants. Hunt gets it out of there. It's incomplete. Tried to get it to Hagan. Well played defensively by Pettiford, who had the interception earlier.
Boy, and I'll tell you what, all Hagan had to do was slow down and cut back inside. Look at this throw. This throw is behind Pettiford. Pettiford doesn't even see the ball. But defensively, Pettiford did a great job by just getting his arm back inside. They're going, you go for it. You got to win this game. Field goals, well, they're not going to do you any good. Not in this game.
4th and 5. Hunt gets it out, and a crippling catch is made. First down. Connor Jeffers with the snag for the Tigers.
That ball's coming to Connor Jeffers, and he bobbled it. He's thinking, catch this thing. Here it comes. It's a perfect throw. Just watch this. He's going to bobble it on the outside. What's the throw? Outside, bobble, bobble, catch. Boy, total concentration. That's terrific.
First down. Takes the handoff, looking, surveying, and then quickly the Giants stayed home and held their ground. And Connor Carnes came in from the backside and finished off Matt Hunt.
Let me tell you something. This is a hell of a 1-yard run. Watch this run. Boom. No, can't go there, can't go there. No, let me go back inside and I'll pick up a yard.
Well, they said they were going to use Matt Hunt in a variety of ways. And I think, can one guy do all that?
Yeah.
The answer is yeah. Sure, he can. He can. On 2nd and 9. Hunt, pressure going, end zone, batted away, incomplete. Ryan Parks right there to make the play and knock it down. Jeffers, the intended target. Flag down back at the 29.
I will tell you, Parks made a phenomenal play on this ball. You talk about timing it perfectly, because that pass was right there.
Illegal formation, 5 men in the backfield, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down. Who was it? I don't know.
Well, I don't know either.
One of those guys. Somebody did it.
Who would you know who the 5th guy was?
I don't
Couldn't
know.
it be one of the 5?
It's one of the 5. Or it's one of the guys in the black shirt.
So Wabash elects to take the penalty and back him up to make it 2nd down and 14, as opposed to finding it would have been 3rd down and 9. And Hunt stands in, looking toward the end zone, incomplete. Ben Wilson, the tight end, out in the pattern. Wilson only has 5 catches on the year.
Yeah, let's go back to that other play with the illegal formation. I think they just have to take the penalty. That is one that, because the down goes back to 2nd down, and you just have to take it. But, you know, look at DePauw.
Third down efficiency, 3rd in the country.
Isn't that great? But it doesn't matter here. They're going third, fourth, makes no difference.
Already converted 1 4th down on this drive. Now it's 3rd down and 14.
All you gotta do is get half of it.
And Hunt's gonna go right up the middle against pressure. And he'll be near the 1st down marker, needed the 19. We'll check the spot.
If that ball is inside, watch how quick he takes off. Now, he's already gone. You know, he knew exactly where he's going. He reads the defenses so well, and he picked up the 1st down. So what is it, 3rd and 17 we're going to throw? No, we're not.
A 3rd and 14 he runs for. When we saw him earlier on 3rd and 13 get it with his feet. He's converted 3rd down, what, about 9 with the pass. And Hunt doing everything he can to try to keep DePauw into this one against a Wabash team that is really tough to score against. That going sideline for Hagen, incomplete, too high.
Well, you know, the thing about his decision making is so quick. I mean, especially when he is running the ball. He knows exactly where to go and when to go. And that is a guy that just really studies defenses. And he's looked at Wabash and knowing that they have such a great defensive line and outstanding linebackers, that my move has to be quick as possible and then just get what I possibly can, which happens to be a lot of yardage.
14th play of the drive is another Hunt run up the middle, and this time the Little Giants are ready.
They just jammed the inside. There was no place for him to go.
Connor Ludwig, number 30, one of the first hats on Hunt. Another 3rd and long. It hasn't bothered the Tigers this drive. Hunt surveys, looking end zone, wide open and incomplete. Oh, that's one he'd love to have back.
You take a look at this pass, and they're back to the outside. I'm just telling you, there's just, when you read the ball, is that Luger, the wide receiver? Another guy that's not even on the roster that we have, but anyway, that pass to me was he had all day to throw it. Luger was wide open, and he could have taken his time on that one.
Adams on to try to get 3 out of it. And Adams, after a very forgettable game last week where he missed 3 PATs, good on his PAT earlier and now knocks through the field goal to make it 21-10. Tigers trying to stay with the Little Giants. In 1940, DePauw was riding a 3-game Bell winning streak, and it's the great Art Lavage fooling the cameraman and everybody else with the reverse. Down 7-3, Little Giants respond with a fancy play of their own. Walt Gray with the lateral to build Sabo on a scoring play. But DePauw back in front, a 13-10 lead with the run by Gray. And Wabash comes out a 17-13 victory.
I did that game.
1940?
Yeah.
We got a good one here today.
Oh, yes, indeed. I said I didn't think they would go for a field goal because I don't think field goals will win this football game. But, you know, after that long drive, a lot of plays, a lot of yardage, 17 plays, I think, in that drive, you got to come away with something.
Dickerson going to bring it out. He's looking for the middle. He's got it and just gets caught at the 30. Let's check in with Matt.
Guys, DePauw didn't have any trouble on the ground on that last drive against Wabash, and that is something this Little Giants defense has not had happen to them very many times this year. In fact, they're only giving up 39 yards per game on the ground, a paltry 1.3 yards per carry. If you take out the 2 longest runs of the year from opponents, 80 yards and 62 yards, they're averaging giving up 0.77 yards per carry. An absolutely outstanding performance so far this season by this defense.
Yeah, that was the big piece coming in is, could DePauw figure out a way to stay balanced offensively, especially with all the injuries to their running backs? And they figured it out with Hunt offensively. The problem is you can't trade touchdowns for field goals when you're dealing with the Little Giants. big piece is, can you figure out how to stop Zurich? And on first down, Rice going to roll out play action, keep it, and tuck it down and use his legs to get a couple. Phil Ganser with the tackle, senior. Great story. Came back for one more year.
He's taken one class, paying a lot of money. He had one more year of eligibility. He was injured, but he comes back to play. And last year he was a safety, weighed 180 pounds, put on 4 pounds to play linebacker. He weighs 184, and he's very good. Second leading tackler. Oh, boy.
And that is all Mason Zurich, right up the middle, ripping it off, moving the chains. And to tag your Ganser story, the best part of it, I said, well, how did you get your parents to agree to it? He said, my dad was all for it. My mom said, you're going to get a job.
He did pay for it. Here it is, Zurich again. He just, I tell you who he looks like. A lot of people may not remember.
You want my guess?
Larry Zonka.
That's right. There you go. Dolphin.
He looks just like Larry Zonka.
Yep. He's playing like Larry Zonka. Let's give him one more digit. Rice going to try to get free down the middle and connect on the deep one to Sammy Adams. Oh, Simon had good coverage.
Oh man, they had 3 guys back there. This was excellent coverage by the defense. You know, I don't think that Connor Rice at his arm would beat this football team. But Zurich, on the other hand, this guy's a load. They really, and they knew it, you know, talking to him for 2 days. Here's the pass downfield. Look at the double coverage. There's just no chance. But they knew they had to stop Zurich or slow him down. I'm sorry, I say stop. You're not going to stop this guy. But so far, they haven't done that.
Zurich now going to split out left. Rice going to try to take a page out of Matt Hunt's playbook and run up the middle with an empty formation. He'll get near a first down.
Well, if he could do it, why can't I? But you really, in order for this thing to work, you had to take Zurich and get him out of the backfield. So he's back there by himself, and he just followed the offensive lineman. This is a nice play by the quarterback.
3rd and 1. Little Giants trying to remain perfect. We're in a spot in the playoffs. And where else are you going to go? Zurich caught around the legs and dropped, but not before he gets a couple. Thomas Gray, the middle linebacker, with the tackle. First down, Wabash.
You know, that's one of those plays when you got 3rd and short yardage, you got 2 wide receivers split to the outside. You really don't know what they're going to do. Best guess would be Zurich is going to get the football. But that was a nice stop, even though he picked up the first down. That thing, if he gets into the secondary, there's nobody left to stop him.
I don't think there's anybody in the secondary that wants to stop him. Jumping at his ankles. Kristen motions. Zurich again looking for room, bouncing outside, swinging guys to the side. 1, 2, 3 Tigers, and finally down inside the 25.
You know, when we talk about this guy, how big he is and how much strength, you want to see some agility. Watch the 3 moves that he makes on the outside. This guy, I mean, he's got great feet. Here he comes. Watch him to the outside. Right here. There's one move. There's the first one. Here comes the second one. Now watch. One more. That one there is just, I mean, it's just unbelievable. Watch this guy. He's got great feet and great vision.
Will Longthorne finally got him down. On first down, Rice will head to the sideline. Zurich 16 for 124 and a couple of scores. Sporting a Monon. I don't know. He didn't get the full mohawk. Looks like he got halfway there and then stopped.
Got a half guy.
Well, there you go. I guess
there's still 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. May I tell you that?
We better start charting on all-time season records.
What's he need, 3 something?
Yes. What everybody say? Well, you can't get that in a day. Won't be so sure. Gibson in the backfield. He'll get a carry. Slip a tackler. And gets stopped inside the 20.
And that's what you really need to see from DePauw, the gang tackling. You got to get more than, Mr. Zurich, you got to get more than one guy on this guy.
Usually as a coach, you tell somebody to jog in there and get in the huddle, get in the game with him. Go ahead, walk. Do whatever you need to do. We'll wait for you. Conserve your energy.
We'll take a timeout for you to get you on if you want.
Now he's going to come back out on 3rd down and 5. Play clock at 6 and counting. Rice and company.
They took a timeout. They came from the coach.
Yeah. So they had a difference in what formation they wanted to get in there.
Their first charge team timeout of the half.
Well, I'm not surprised that this game is really this close. You know, this is a big rivalry game between these two teams. And again, as we said in the opening, that, you know, it's the final game of the year, regular season for these two teams. Winner obviously goes on to the playoffs, gets a seat. But, you know, when you know that the final game of the year is a team that's 27 miles away from you, man, you know, as a coach, we talked to both coaches about it. He said, what do you say to these guys before the game? He says, you have to say nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Not a word needs to be said. They understand it. Little Giants have won the last 6 meetings, 27 miles down the Monon rail line. When you look at longest streaks, I mean, if Wabash gets it done here today, going to tying the longest streak in the history of this rivalry. Zurich back in now after the timeout on 3rd down and 5, and they'll sprint out to the left, and this will be Rice looking for some room. And Rice, a big kid,
didn't make it. He's going to be a half-yard short.
He tried to use all of that 6'4" frame. And now it'll be decision time. A 21-10 lead. Approaching 6 minutes to go in the half. You're right, he didn't get it. 4th down coming up.
Look at Zurich's over there with his hands on his hips. Look at the bench. Excuse me, number 38. You know me? I'm the guy over here. Hey, give me the ball. Here he comes.
Zurich lines up behind Rice. Just motions in, snap, 4th down, right up the middle. 1st down and trips down.
I think that hole opened up so fast. I think it fooled him a little bit because his feet got to go a little bit too fast. He couldn't get him underneath him. I don't know if anybody hits him. What's this? Look at the middle. No, well, he trips over somebody. This guy, I mean, he saw end zone and saw 6.
First and goal, Wabash. Just in motion stops. Zurich, handoff. And the Tigers stop him.
You know, you'd think with a guy this size, what you really want to do to him to slow him down is get him to go side to side. More so on that, but 2 other times we saw him go side to side, he scored. Sometimes that's not a good idea, but this time they do. They get him, look at, he's trying to go up off the tackle, but now he goes back to the outside. Once you get him sideways, now you get help from the inside because you need help.
Rice gonna run it on 2nd and goal. And Rice gets in for the score. Touchdown, Little Giants.
Good call. Very, very good call. You know, they just pound you. Wabash just pounds you. They just keep sending and sending and sending. They've got an outstanding offensive line, and they got 2 big guys. The quarterback is 6'4", 225 pounds. And then you got Zurich, who is 6 foot, and he weighs 225 himself. And they just pound you.
Andrew Tutsi makes it 28-10. The bell is painted red. It is ringing in favor of the undefeated Little Giants. Conher Rice thrown for 1, rushed for another. ...2009 with DePauw up 7-0 just before halftime. Bad snap led to a blocked field goal. Wabash responded with the TD and then took control in the 2nd half. Well, that's the last time DePauw has led Wabash in the last 6 years, and the bell has been red and ringing up the road ever since.
I got to get you a pair of those pants, man.
Are they overalls, or they only have one side? I couldn't quite.
One side overall.
Okay. You only do one side. You don't do both sides.
No. Well,
There you go. There, and I'm sending you to school to do what?
This is my son, $55,000 a year, and he's wearing a crate on his head.
Oh, it's great fun, and it is certainly a great atmosphere on both campuses. You get to go and visit, and it's so much fun to visit with the players. And you talk about kids who have priorities in the right order and are respectful and good company and know where they're going afterwards. Wonderful.
Not one word from one guy that we talked to on both of these teams, and I, for 5 years, have mentioned one word about professional football. And it's all about where they're going to work after they get out. They already know what they're doing.
Fox sends it away. Hunt looking for a little room. And Wabash flying around on special teams.
That's the one thing about college football. You see these guys flying around, and you know that this is the only time that they get on the field. A lot of these guys, and this is the only time they can show something. If I want to have a chance to stay on this football team, make this team, I got to show it on special teams.
4:47 to go on the half. Little Giants with a 28-10 lead. The Tigers have come through in a few must-have situations. Remember, Wabash won the toss and deferred. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. Tigers need to figure out a way to get another touchdown. Nice little swing out to the tight end Lysing. So for all his blocking that he's done today, finally gets a little reward with the catch.
And this is a nice play by the linebacker, Ludwig, at number 30. You just watch this. Here's the pass, the catch, and watch who hits him now. They held that to a 3-yard gain. That's perfect.
Two receivers each side on 2nd down and 7. Here comes pressure, get it right out. Hunt to Hunt. And Andy tackled just past the 40.
And Matt Hunt, you talk about reading defenses perfectly. That time they sent 2 linebackers. They sent 6 people. He saw it coming. He knows he's got his little brother short to the outside. All he got to do is get the ball out quick between the 2 linebackers, the linebacker in the corner, and he's got a first down.
And now Matt can keep it stiff arm, pick up extra yardage, and be knocked out of bounds near midfield.
Well, let me tell you who he stiff armed. The number 1 tackler on this football team, Austin Brown, number 18. And he's the guy that is basically, I call him the hitman. He's a safety, but he weighs as much as any of the linebackers. And I'm going to tell you something, he just ran right through him. And that's a quarterback at 5'9" doing that.
When you watch Matt and Andy on some of those blitz things, it's like just like we did in the backyard. Look, I'll just throw it right to you, you catch it. How many times have we done that? And now they'll go to Kickoff, who had the costly fumble earlier, and he has the broken bone in his right hand, but they're trying to go back just to find somebody else who can get some positive yards on the ground.
They've lost so many people at that running back spot. I mean, you lose 3 guys with what, knee operation?
ACLs.
I mean, it's insane. And then you got your only really healthy running back is Kickoff, and he's got a broken hand. So, I mean, you talk about walking wounded.
Hunt on 3rd down and short.
He's got it.
Plows straight in, pick up the first down. And that was one of the pieces that, we had talked about coming in, that when Hunt continues to run, these little giants can come up and wallop you. And Connor Ludwig right there just missed on connecting on him.
He's one of those guys that when I said the bottom part of him is like a running back and the top part is the quarterback, but he's one of those guys that can take a hit, and he knows how to take a hit. You don't really get a great shot at him. I'm talking about Matt Hunt.
Going deep on 1st down. He's got another pitch and catch, and then the ball pops out, and what's the call? Is it going to be a catch and down, or does Wabash come out with it? The officials are going to huddle.
Remember, there's no replay on this stuff.
Nope, so it's going to be either a catch and down for Andy Hunt, or it's going to be a strip and another turnover and a takeaway for the Little Giants.
But if the initial call is catch and down, he's down. Look at Coach Lynch, he's out in the middle of the field. He says that's a catch and down.
Well, he knows he needs it.
What a throw and catch.
The DePauw player was down by contact before the ball was taken away from the DePauw player. It will be first down, DePauw.
All right, you judge it, folks. Take a look at it. Number 17 is Hunt. He's there. The ball, I'm going to tell you, that ball is coming out on the way down. This is a fumble. The ball is coming out of his arm. He does not, it's either a no catch at all because he didn't make a football move, really. He never had control of the ball. First of all, that should be no catch. It should be an incompleted pass.
Or does that even touch the ground? And if not, that could have been another strip and the second interception from Pettiford.
There you go.
But the Tigers catch a break. Can they make it pay off? Snap, Hunt, gonna look to run, trying to get outside and slides down, and then no flag coming on that one. Parks easily could have been ticketed.
That was a deliberate forearm to the head. Now, I don't know how you missed this. You can't miss this. I mean, that's a penalty.
Well, and you know what? You know he's getting an earful right now, the officials, from Bill Lynch, and he's right. Second down and 8. Under 2 to go first half. Hunt pressured, gets it out, complete, and then knocked out of bounds. Got Wilson, the tight end.
That's his 6th catch of the year.
Second time they've targeted him, he got one. One more look. This is called a catch, but I'm with you. It's coming out right there, and I bet, you know, if they could have had replay on that and look, that's an interception by Pettiford.
The only problem is that ball was on the ground under Pettiford, so
okay.
he didn't catch, got to get a fumble or an interception.
And that's going to be picked off, coming the other way. Pettiford did get a pick, and he's coming out of the end zone, and he's down across the 30. Logan saved the touchdown, but the Little Giants defense turns away DePauw once again. 3rd Tiger turnover.
Well, we talked so much about Matt Hunt, about his efficiency, only 3 interceptions coming into this game. This ball was just thrown a little bit too late. It was just thrown late. Parks was right there to make the catch. Excuse me, not Parks, but Pettiford. It was just a late throw.
Hagen, the intended target. Pettiford wins the battle with Hagen, and then coming out.
What'd he say?
I believe we got a sideline warning. And a personal foul. So sideline warning against DePauw, and then the personal foul will back up the Little Giants. So 28-10. 1:42 to go in the first half.
I'm watching Coach Lynch walk up and down the sideline, and he is absolutely livid. I mean, he's been down on the field, down on the 20-yard line. I didn't know you can do that. I didn't think you were allowed to go out that far.
First down. Can the Tigers figure out a way to stop Zarek in this first half? There's a good defensive effort right there with 4 black shirts around him. Little Giant D has given up more yards than usual today against DePauw, but they've come up with the big play when they needed it.
You know, and it really is amazing that DePauw they're doing exactly what we thought they had to do to stay in this ball game. And the one thing that we didn't think about, you didn't count on, is the turnovers. And they just don't turn the ball over. They're just one of those really efficient football teams, except for today.
Jerk on second down and long, and Wabash content with letting the clock run down and taking an 18-point lead into the locker room.
Well, no rush for them anyway, because they get the ball at the second half, and that's, you know, that's what it tells the story why they're just sitting on the ball.
We'll have to snap it one more time before we get to half.
But I don't understand why DePauw didn't take time out. They haven't used them.
3 left. certainly has been entertaining. And Zurich, the handoff on third down, and he's got room. Look out. Zurich down the left sideline, out in front, and finally cut from behind with 0.2 of a second to go.
It looked like they had, well, DePauw was offside on the play, and I didn't see it. I had a flag in my hand. I thought they threw a flag, but they must have just picked it up.
And they save six Tutsi.
Speed, power,
boy,
strength. I mean, now I know why DePauw didn't take a timeout.
Well, there's your call. They were offsides. They're going to decline it. Wabash gets the timeout, and they'll try to tack on 3 more.
0.2 seconds on the clock. You don't see that very often on the clock, do you?
No, especially not if the road team has the ball. Maybe a little slower trigger if you're here at home to get to the locker room and not let him get a crack at 3 more.
Yeah, I think got to let that clock run a little bit faster.
Tutsi will try to get 3 more on the board for the Little Giants. 36 yards away. Tutsi's kick is good, and the final play of the first half is 3 more on the board for Wabash. All right, let's go downstairs and check in with Brad.
Thanks, guys. Coach, turnover in the first half. What do you do in the second half? Try to correct it.
Well, we got to hold on to the ball, and 2 interceptions and a fumble really hurt us. And you know, they're a good football team, and offensively we got to try to slow them down a little bit. But you know, we just got to go in there and regroup. We did some good things. We just got to come out and play and take care of the ball, and hopefully we can get some big plays.
All right, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you, Brad.
Disappointed Coach Lynch trying to think about all the good things they've done, but knowing that when you're playing the best team in the conference, you just cannot give them any extra chances. And it's 31-10 Wabash at the half. Well, the fans in black and yellow at Blackstock Stadium for this 122nd meeting between Wabash and DePauw have had a few things to cheer about, but boy, those Little Giants from Wabash, there's a reason they're undefeated, Paul. They are really good.
And turnovers, it's something it just drives you crazy.
And those are the pieces. You look at those other numbers on there, you think, well, you know, the Tigers are doing everything they can to try to stay in this one, but the big 3 on that turnover end, and Wabash getting 17 points off, and Zurich with that huge run with, 0.2 of a second to go in the half, they got 3 more out of that. So it's going to be tough sledding, and don't forget, Wabash gets the ball to start the second half. 31-10 at the half. We'll come back and get ready for the second half kickoff. The Monon Bell. Getting ready for the start of the third quarter. Wabash with a 31-10 lead over DePauw, and moments ago, Matt Hudson caught up with the Little Giants head coach.
Guys, down here with Coach Eric Rayburn. Coach, up 3 scores at the half against a very good DePauw team. What's been the difference so far?
Certainly the takeaways have been the difference. We've ran the ball well. Their quarterback's killing us, but hopefully we can put together 30 more good minutes.
Can you talk a little bit about Zurich's performance so far?
Yeah, I mean, he's played great for us all season. You know, obviously had a great first half. You know, hopefully he can keep it up in the second half. Certainly the guys up front have been doing a good job for him as well.
Good luck in the second half, Coach.
Well, he's heading back up here with us.
I know.
He hangs out in the press box. There you go. He stays from the booth.
They're force-feeding Zurich over there to make sure he's ready to go. He's got almost, 200 yards in the first half rushing. That's what you got. I mean, that's exactly, what Coach Lynch said to us 2 days ago and yesterday again. We got to slow this guy down, Zurich, and if we can't slow him down, we can't beat these guys. And then on top of it, 3 turnovers. That's you just can't do that.
Their only loss this year, they had 3 turnovers. The DePauw Tigers, and so same formula here today. And I have to kick off to Wabash and figure out a way to slow down Zurich. This will be a trying second half for the Tigers to realistically have a chance to climb back into this one. They're going to have to get some takeaways of their own.
I was going to say, it's just amazing what 1 turnover would do, and especially in this first series of downs.
Marco Adams to kick it away. Garrity and Dickerson back deep. 30 more minutes of football to determine who takes the Monon Bell to campus. Good kick. And Dickerson, no choice but to take a knee.
And also to who moves into the playoffs.
Automatic bid at the line, and DePauw knows have to win this one to have any chance. Wabash, with where they are and their ranking, they said, you know what, but we're not taking it as that if we went in there and lost, that we could still make the playoffs. We've been on the outside looking in before.
And that's a long wait, because you're going to have to wait till sometime, what it would be Sunday night, before you find out whether you're going or not if you did lose.
Well, Zurich trying to get things handled, so there is no doubt about it. And if Wabash can hold on and win here today, they're looking at hosting 1, and if they win 2 games, Zurich picking up where he left off. Rice out, try to block a little bit for him. Good tackle by the middle linebacker, Thomas Gray.
I noticed one thing that Zurich does that a lot of backs do not do. They just depend on the quarterback to put the ball in the pocket. Zurich, if you look at him, he looks at the ball with the quarterback in his hands. He's looking directly at the ball. He's going to make sure he gets the ball. This guy doesn't fumble, and that's a reason why he doesn't.
With about 150 more, and he'll have the single season record. We'll have to look at what the game record is for Wabash and Zurich. Patient and then explosive, and gets it across the 40.
I mean, he's just an amazing man. I mean, when you watch him, he's 225 pounds, but watch how quick his feet are. He's got great feet and great vision. And once he sees the hole, there's no hesitation with this guy.
Zurich cuts it back up. And that one you think, oh, well, he didn't do so well that time. What did he get, 6?
Well, yeah, close to
7?
Yeah. I mean, just keep saying Zurich, and I'm going to go get a hot dog. I'll be right back.
And a bowl of chili.
Come back
in a half hour.
I mean, and he doesn't want to go out of the game. He really doesn't. He just...
His nonverbal when they ran Rice on the 3rd down over there after they took the timeout in the first half. Zurich again, when he put his hands on his hips and stared at the sideline, and you said, hey, he's looking at the sideline saying, hey, this is me. It's me, 38, you know who I am?
Yeah. It really doesn't matter. What a weapon to have, 3rd and really short, 4th and short, 3rd and long, whatever you got.
He came in averaging 6.5 yards a carry. And you think, well, the bottom half of the conference isn't very strong. And the coaches said, he hasn't played a lot of second halves. There have been times that he's been taken out. Rice directing a little traffic now. 3rd down and short, less than a yard. And Zurich going to go out and leave it Rice to do on his own, and he'll do just that. Tigers get him, but not until he gets a couple and a 1st down.
Well, you're talking about Zurich in the first, 6.5 coming in. It was 9.4 yards per carry in the first half. Now, you're talking about a guy that carries the ball a lot of times. I mean, he carried the ball 21 times in the first half alone. He's carried it 3 more times since we've been out here. I mean, it's just, it's incredible. I mean, this guy's in great shape. Look at him. Why am I over here? He wants to know. What am I doing over here?
Gibbs in the back, and now he'll empty it out. Rice has been busy running as well. Lowers his shoulder and muscles forward for positive yardage for Wabash.
It's amazing. And one thing we haven't talked about, Richard, we talked about in meetings with you and I, but we talked about these guys only take what they give them. I mean, they really read their defenses, the defensive teams very well, and they sit there and say, okay, if this is all you're going to give me, we're taking it. And you keep, you run Zurich, up the middle 2 or 3 times. Then you get him off tackle. Then you maybe one time to get him wide.
Pressure on 2nd down and 7, and they'll get it out to Kristen a little bit too high. Incomplete. Good read by Rice. Bad throw.
You know, and the thing about this football team, Wabash, is that they have outstanding receivers. You know, they got some guys that can make some moves, catch the ball. And the nice part about it, they only throw when they want to, not when they have to.
How about that? Single game rushing record in the Monon Bell. 25 carries, 224. That would be great if we were doing the post-game breakdown now. Partner, there's 12 minutes to go, just under 12 to go in the 3rd quarter.
We just took him over to the sideline to rub him down a little bit and make sure he's going to be all right.
3rd down and long, complete to Page. 1st down, Wabash.
Again, this is a team now, because you have such a great runner and a great running game and the blocking up front with the linebackers, you can, or the offensive linemen, you can throw whenever you feel like it. This is your choice now. They're not forcing you into a throw.
Now the whole thing opening up, and they'll go with another empty formation, 5 wide. Opening drive of the 2nd half. Rice, plenty of time for the end zone. Leaping catch is made. Touchdown, Oliver Page.
And I'm going to tell you, this is excellent coverage by the corner on the outside. Just take a look where this ball is thrown. Look, you can't throw this ball any better. The defensive back is just stuck. He can't get himself turned around. Is that Baker?
It's Ganson, the linebacker.
Or Ganson, the linebacker? Yeah, there's another reason where you put a linebacker on a receiver. But, you know, he had no chance because he couldn't turn around to see the ball. The only thing they would ever call on him would be pass interference because he didn't turn, making a move. But the catch was perfect.
Tutsy's point after is good, and Wabash rolling now. 38-10. Little Giants fans feeling good about finishing off 7th straight Monon Bell game right now with a 28-point lead, and then you can get ready for a little playoff football.
When you look at this the throw to Page, he's out of bounds and he didn't have possession. Right now, he's still fumbling with the football. This is not a catch. This is an incomplete pass. Watch, you got to bring the ball down to the ground and and you see the ball bobbling? He's sitting out of bounds. This is where, you know, they have no replay in Division III, so you can't go back and take a look at it. But this play right here, you know, things are bad enough. They're giving them touchdowns they don't get.
Well, that one goes in favor of the Little Giants. So the bobble that should have been called incomplete, instead another touchdown. And Fox on to kick it away. Hunt. Looking for a little room. Slips out of a couple tacklers. Spinning forward and finally wrestled to the turf up near the 45.
And there's a guy that's 5'10" and weighs 164 pounds. Can't bring him down.
With his cleats and helmet on.
That's right.
After the game, it's a Nashville Marathon. Get caught up in all the action from Season 1. A triple shot of the all-new episodes from Season 2, premiering tonight on Access. Get started at 8 Eastern.
Well, that's how just, well, when you're going to look at this thing after, you know, and you see that that's not a catch, it's.
Well, there are going to be a number of things that'll make the Tigers scratch their head. Hunt with the snap on 1st down, going to run a little bit. And the Giants converge on him and get him down to the turf.
You know, he's one of these guys when he runs, you got to want to tackle him. It just, you know, it looks like you're going to bring him down. He's not a big man. I mean, the man weighs 183 pounds, and he's 5'9". His other brother is 160 pounds. Between the two of them, they can't reach 300. and nobody can bring him down.
He'll run it again on 2nd and 3. Well, he doesn't hesitate. Finds his spot, plants his foot, and accelerates.
He just set up Pettiford, who's the corner at number 5, was standing there. He saw him to the outside. He just put one step, like you said, he put his foot down and made the turn and picked up the first down. It just seems easy for him.
They'll be upset knowing that they needed to play a really clean game against Wabash, and they didn't. They turned it over 3 times. Look, Wabash is so good. They're going to get theirs. You don't need to help them out. Here comes pressure, ball away. Looking for his brother Andy, who slipped down, incomplete.
I was just thinking this for a second. You couldn't have Matt Hunt and Zurich on the same team.
Not enough carries?
No, you didn't have enough plays in the game for these two guys.
Well, neat part of this rivalry, separated by just the 27 miles in the Monon rail line, is that so many of these kids from this state played against one another. Played with, played against. A lot of familiarity, which I think adds to a lot of the fun. Pettiford, who has 2 interceptions, hits Hunt and gets him out of bounds. Pettiford has played great.
Oh, he has. He has 2 interceptions in this game, and he just played that perfectly. What he did was he stayed outside. He was not going to let. Knew he had help on the inside, so what he did is he stayed to the outside and forced Hunt to come to him. Don't go after that guy. I mean, don't go flying and thinking you're going to get him, because he's going to juke you.
Hunt, 19 carries, 101 yards. 3rd and long coming up for the Tigers. The Giants show blitz. There they go. Ball out, and it is complete. First down, DePauw. Being good with the catch.
Boy, I'll tell you, I'm so impressed with Hunt's throwing, his long throws down the field. There were 3 men in the area of the ball and the receiver on good, and that ball was perfectly thrown.
Tell you what, Hunt, for all the things he does, he's also great at spreading it around. He'll throw it to anybody.
Just get open.
Get open and get ready. Flip out to Lysing on 1st down. Lysing spun down inside the 10. Tell you what, Lysing's like, I'm tired of this blocking. Give me the ball, let me run.
But the thing that makes this play work is how quick Hunt gets the ball out to Lysing. I mean, it's just catch, and throw. Watch how fast this ball comes out. Catch, throw. Bang. Lysing, now it's all in front of Lysing. It's up to him now to pick up the first down. That thing just looked too easy.
1st and goal. Lysing stays in to Hunt's right. Hunt surveys, running out of time, looking for room, caught by the leg and dropped. He'll lose yardage. Ethan Burrish is going to get credit for a sack.
And that's what we were talking about before about ball control with this guy, Matt Hunt, is that, you know, they had guys, this was a pass play, he stepped back and saw no one open at the time. So you just eat the ball on that play because you've got 3 more downs.
Ethan's got his brother Dylan, both Wabash Little Giants, had 2 older brothers who played there as well. Lysing now on the left side with the catch, getting a block and working his way near the goal line, but he'll be stopped short.
Lysing's one of those big guys, 6'4", 215 pounds, and the guy's got outstanding hands. But watch this now. He sees he can't get to the outside. I got to take now as much yardage as I can. I'll tell you what, old Parks is standing there thinking, wait a minute, give me some help over here.
3rd and goal. Kickoff in as the back. He'll get the carry, caught in the backfield and dropped. Connor Ludwig got in there.
Boy, you talk about, we've called Connor Ludwig's name about 4 or 5 times now. He is really playing very well as the outside linebacker on the left-hand side of this defense. But watch him fill. Number 30 is Connor Ludwig. He comes right up the middle, fills. He sees Kickoff with the ball, and that's a loss. But, you know, you're in one of those deals. Like I said before, field goals don't do you any good in this game.
Not down 38-10. 4th down and goal. Hunt Pressured, throws, end zone open, and sliding catch for his second touchdown of the day to Andy.
You know, you said in the summertime they played play and catch, and you all throw it here and you go get it. This is one of those throws where Hunt goes back and his brother is making a break, but he throws it to the right-hand side of the end zone. There's nobody there. Watch this. Look how short this ball is. And now Andy makes the move. Andy makes the move to come back to the ball. That is something. You just, you know, I can tell you, I know they worked on it. I know they worked on it.
Adams for the point after. One possession for each team in the second half. They each get a touchdown. Hunt to Hunt for the second time today. Well, always great to be here. The battle for the Monon Bell between Wabash and DePauw. Rich Cellini alongside Paul McGuire. Look at that guy. AFL punter, linebacker, the original Los Angeles / then up the road San Diego Charger. And all those years, there you are as the lead man with Phil Simms and the good Dr. Dick Enberg.
Excuse me, Dr. McGuire.
45 years at the mic.
Loved it. I love it. Are you kidding? Where else would you rather be than right here, right now? Marv Levy. It's true.
It is true. And it's always great to be with you and be around you and listen to the stories and the rest of it. But we love how enthusiastic you are, your preparation, and that you treat this just like you treated the Super Bowl between Green Bay and Denver.
This is the Super Bowl, isn't it, for these guys?
Absolutely.
It basically is. They work too hard not to be recognized.
Adams with another kick through the end zone. So DePauw has been pretty good today offensively, bad with the turnovers, but on the defensive side, they've got to figure out a way to slow down the little Giants.
No, that big giant, that real big giant, that one that keeps running at him. That's the guy they got to figure out how to
38,
stop.
Mason Zurich.
I mean, let's put a bullseye on that guy.
Hey, look at these two. Matt and Andy. Matt has thrown for a couple hundred yards. He's rushed for over 100. And his brother Andy, 6 catches, 104 yards, a pair of touchdowns. And that last one, you know you're right. They had practiced that. That was a perfect throw, knowing that he'd come back and get it once the DB had turned around.
You just, you know, that you could see where, you know, they worked in the summertime. They worked on everything. Here it comes.
Zurich met with 3 black jerseys, gain of only 1.
And that's what you have to do. You have to attack him from the inside out. Don't, when you get in and make him run, Zurich, left or right, then you've got to force him from the inside. You've got to come up. Make a commitment.
Keegan Griffin, the sophomore, with the stop. Well, everybody you talk to at DePauw about Mason Zurich would say he's pretty good, and they'd all give you a woof, woof, yeah, woof. And now you know why. Pass is complete to Sammy Adams for a big gain.
Boy, I tell you, this is a perfect throw by Connor Rice. And look at here. You got Sammy Adams, number 80 on the outside, down the sideline. Just the perfect throw. Defense was there. It just didn't make a play. They're a little late making a play.
Gibson in as the back. Rice back to work. Gibson going to get the carry. Looking left side. Good strong run on first down. Be another second down and short.
There's 9 yards. Now, you know, none of these teams make excuses. When you talk to Coach Lynch and he just says, you know, it is what it is. We've lost some defensive players. They're really hurting in that defensive line. They got guys moving around that normally wouldn't be playing in position. But the biggest problem that they're having right now is these linebackers are not getting to the ball quick enough.
Run it again on second down and 1. Gibson will get the first down. Needed 1, got 2.
When it's second or 1, third and 1, fourth and 1 for Wabash, that's like a clock stopper. Okay, we're going to make a first down and stop the clock. Well, I love these. Both teams offensively, they don't go in the huddle. They just, and the whole team stands, all 11 guys, and they look at the sideline and they get to play.
Kristen going to get a carry. He's been a little quiet today. And he'll be taken down near the Wabash sideline. Cody Baker with another stop. He'll be back next year, just a junior. He's played really well for DePauw today.
This is, again, defensively, if you can't stack up with these guys, they are a little bit bigger. Give me an example. They're at 245 average on the defensive line. Wabash, on the other hand, the offensive line averages 270. So, you're giving away 25 pounds, but they seem to be much quicker, the offensive line.
Round on second down and 5, a little hop from Gibson, and that generally doesn't yield you anything positive when you're hopping around with the ball.
When you're in the air, you're vulnerable. There's just nothing you can do. There's no move you can make except wait for somebody to deck you.
Third down and 4 for the Littleton.
Panola had come in on third down, and now he's going to go back out. Haven't called his name yet today. We're told he could see some action. Still time on the play clock, and Wabash being a little bit more deliberate now at this point. They'll go to work as it's now down to single digits. Third down and 4, 5 wide. And Rice going to get it out of there in a hurry. Christian with the catch and needed the 31, got the 30, first down Wabash.
Preston is one of those receivers, very intelligent young man, and you watch him on this play. What he does is he makes sure he knows exactly where the first down is. Boom, the catch. But look at, he makes sure that he has a yard beyond the first down marker. He knows exactly where he is, awareness on the field.
Former state champion as a quarterback, Drake Kristen. He and Connor Rice with a really neat relationship between the two of them. On first down, this will be Rice running forward and running right over the top of Adam Folt, the safety. Rice and Kristen, we'd said, do you guys ever give each other a hard time about, quarterback missing you on a throw? And Kristen said, oh, no, I know how hard that spot is. He said he missed me one day in practice and said, hey, sorry about that, man, you were open. He said, looked at him and said, no, that's tough. I'll never complain. I might complain if you don't throw it to me and I'm open, but if you miss me, trust me, I threw a lot of bad balls myself.
Well, they can laugh about it, and that's good. Connor Rice, big guy, 6'4", 220. He likes to hit people.
Nola going to get a carry, his first of the day. And Will Longthorne, 86 tackles coming into today's game. Had a nice visit with him yesterday. He's going to give this everything he has, number 24 in black, and another good tackle by him.
Guess who just arrived?
Well, yeah, now we didn't get anything done, so we're down to just a couple yards. We gotta move this forward.
Here he comes.
Mason Zurich, already with the single game record for Wabash. And he'll have room up the middle again. First down and goal, Little Giants.
There's another 11. Put that in your little computer over there and get that thing added up.
That's right.
Just watch how quick he hits the hole. Watch his feet. Forget the ball. Look at his feet. Watch him. The moves he makes. He's got just outstanding balance and great sight.
Larry Zonka, Miami Dolphins. Google it.
God, players used to, I was doing games in that time, and guys just hated to tackle him. Zonka, they just hated it. And I know these guys do. Look at this.
Zurich and Longthorne wisely gets him right around the calves.
That's right. He got him down below where you got a chance of bringing him down. If you think you're going to take him anywhere from the waist up, you're wrong.
That was still the best line about him when they shook their head and said, don't hit him up by the shoulders.
I would bet, when you're looking at film, and obviously you're going to look at a lot of film, especially for this your final game of the year against this team, your great rivalry. You're going to look at a lot of film. You got to be tired of just seeing him.
Probably watched all 1,152 yards he gained coming into this one. Rice, little play action, flip wide open and incomplete. had Fullenkamp, the tight end, all alone, who only has 4 catches this year. Could have had his 5th and his first touchdown.
All Rice has to do is stop. Just stop. You got a guy wide open in the end zone, nobody around him. Watch it. Rice comes out, rolls out. Now stop. Stop. Get yourself set. You're on the move. You're running, trying to throw the football.
That one will eat at him a little bit.
Actually, he could have just walked up and handed it to him.
3 receivers to the right, only 2 defensive backs for DePauw, and they have to call timeout. We'll step aside. It'll be 3rd down and goal for the Little Giants. We come back looking to extend their 38-17 lead.
If anything is indicative of a liberal arts education, the Center for Innovation and Business Entrepreneurship at Wabash College is just that. In the program, students take lessons learned within the confines of a classroom to the community in a real-world application scenario.
You're given guidance and direction and mentorship, and so being involved in that on a daily basis for our students while they're still in a learned academic environment is really critical in their growth and development.
We believe we have a great product here to offer to the market. I ended up applying for the marketing immersion program. Not really thinking marketing was going to be something for me, but man, was it a great opportunity. I was able to sit down for a week and I've found my passion.
Our liberal arts bridges to a business program or lab program that they really get an opportunity to help learn how to do business plans and marketing plans.
The 3rd program that I was in was actually the Full Bridge at Wabash. That program's really focused at getting you into the business world. How can you interview better? How can you make your resume look better? How do I get my first job? You know, what steps do I need to take? And I think that's what the Full Bridge program really offered us.
Nestled in Crawfordsville, Indiana, Wabash College is a spotlight in the community. And through the CIBE, students are becoming more connected, even rubbing elbows with the mayor, who also happens to be a Wabash grad.
Wabash has made a nice effort in recent years to really involve the students in the community. And really that works to the advantage of the community and the student. And I think where we will really see it start to pay dividends, you know, as those guys, they can come back to this community and they have much stronger ties than students did years ago.
The liberal arts experience is one that really broadens that student's opportunities.
Being able to think through problems and solve problems, which is really what I do on a daily basis.
What Wabash allows you to do is it allows you to get a vast education so that in life you're able to apply this education in any realm you're in.
The Little Giants have the ball here. 3rd down and goal.
That Little Giant they showed at the end, that guy that looked like Zurich.
Play action, Rice gonna go to the air, end zone, bobbled, and then caught. Sammy Adams gets the touchdown. He caught it twice, he'll only get 1 score.
That's right. But I'll tell you, that shows you total concentration by Sammy Adams. The throw is good, it's high and away, and where you need to throw this ball. Watch this catch. Up, one hand to the other hand, isn't that great?
Right through the hands of Folta.
I mean, this is some of the things that are really discouraging about it. When you're in the right position to make a play on the ball, and the pass is thrown so perfectly that you have no chance. That's frustrating.
Point after is good from Tutsi. 45 on the board for the Little Giants.
Now that's,
Fulton's in a great spot there.
Oh, you know, when you look at it, Fulton has got really a great chance of intercepting this ball. He's turned, he sees the ball coming in, but what happens is that Adams just takes his left hand and pops the ball up and makes the catch.
Let's check in with Matt Hudson.
Yeah, I'm ready. Guys, just to put Mason Zurich's performance in a little perspective today, so far today he has moved into 3rd place on the single season records list for most rushing yards, rushing touchdowns, as well as total points scored. And with 250 rushing yards today, he has broken the all-time Wabash record for most yards in a Monon Bell game. Back to you guys.
Yeah, that is perfect. Not only a bell game, but any game for the little Giants. So his name sits at the top, and boy, he was the focal point of this offense coming in, and he delivered big.
Well, he's one of those guys that's fighting for the Monon bell, and he can ring your bell. I mean,
oof. Yeah, I'm going to echo the Tiger players. Oof. Hey, 38's pretty good, Zurich. Oof. Yeah, oof. Oof. There was a lot of oofs coming out of the Tigers. Fox with another short kick. It'll be fielded by one of the upbacks, and that'll be stopped right there at the 25. Jake Miller caught the ball. I think next time maybe step to the side and let Hunt get it.
I heard one of the coaches are right down the road from us. What's Miller doing? You don't back up to get a kickoff.
No.
Especially when you got, Andy Hunt back there that's going to run the ball. So you just let him make he's a return guy. Leave him alone.
Under a minute to go, third quarter. Wabash in control. Looking like that bell will head back to Crawfordsville for the 7th straight year. Hunt. Throw. And a completion, but Wabash right there with another one. Jeffers gets the catch, but Wabash defensively, again, it's Ludwig who's now out there flying around, just going to make some people pay.
Well, and he's got to really, and you can't be selfish with this thing, but you got to take a look at your little brother, because your little brother Andy Hunt is being uncovered man on man, and I don't know that either one of these corners can cover him man to man.
Comes pressure. Kickoff gets the carry. Flag down. Been relatively clean along those lines for most of the day. Another stop by Ludwig.
This would be, I would think, a holding penalty against the off. Well, the guys are pointing at the defense.
It's not nice to point.
No.
Personal foul. Hands to the face, number 45, Wabash. That's a 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run and an automatic first down.
And Tyler Mccullen, he's a senior, all-American type player.
Tyler McCollum, number 45, is the guy that they're going to call hands to the face. And he's just on the top left of your squad, so you're ready to screen out and move. But last week, this guy had 4 sacks and moved him to 8.5 sacks. He was a conference player of the week last year. This is an outstanding football player.
And Hunt on first down, going down the sideline, incomplete off the hands of Hagan. Pettiford with good coverage. Finish that story on McCullen from Apache Junction, Arizona. You can see, how's a kid from Arizona get all the way up here to Indiana? His brother was good friends with Nate Scola, who's now a coach with Wabash, and said, you know what? He's having such a good time up there, Nate is, and his brother had gone down there as a walk-on at Arizona State and said, you know what? Kid who went to Division III is having a lot more fun than you walking on at Arizona State. You know what, Tyler? Let's go play a little Division III football, and it's working out. End of the third quarter.
I'm Lydia Hayden. I graduated in May 2014, and I am a producer at a production company in downtown Indianapolis. I was really apprehensive about what was to come, because I, at that point, was so invested at DePauw that I almost couldn't see anything beyond that. But as a media fellow at DePauw, I was able to do a full-time internship within the media. So I chose to intern for a film production company in Cape Town, South Africa. DePauw helped me to become a producer by teaching me to balance a lot of crazy things at the same time. You're kind of driving the ship. You're in charge of organizing all of the upcoming video shoots. I feel so lucky to be in a company that I am crazy about. That doesn't happen for most people in their first job. The things that I learned about myself, the people that I met at DePauw, have forever changed my perspective, and DePauw can be exactly what you want it to be. DePauw is an adventure, and it fosters people who have this curious mind. So the thing that I kind of took away from that DePauw magic, in a sense, was that it allowed me to realize that the only boundaries that I have in my life are the ones that I create for myself.
Start of the fourth quarter, Wabash and DePauw battle for the Monon Bell. Tigers with a long way to go if they're going to make this one tight in the fourth quarter. Hunt already with 309 total yards of offense, and the Little Giants at the ready. Evan Hansen got him, and after that whistle blew, certainly could have let him go. That play was well over.
Well, they figured, you know, you've been running all over us all day long. We're going to snap your little record. It just, I mean, I'm surprised we didn't see a flag on it.
Agreed.
That was excessive.
And Bill Lynch, there have been a few of those that have made him hot under the collar. And he's still giving an earful to the line judge. 3rd down and 10. Here comes pressure. Hunt gets it away, pass complete to Hayden, 1st down.
Boy, is that a nice throw. I mean, Hayden just makes a move to the outside, comes right back to the ball. Look at this, there's no chance for the corner. He's gone. Hayden's not trying to get anything but a 1st down.
Well, DePauw has gotten so much better under Bill Lynch, and one of the big reasons, the coach will tell you, the players tell you when you visit, is that there's more depth, there's more competition. On 1st down, a little handoff and a run to Kickoff, and with that depth, you get better competition in camp and in practice, and then you have better guys to fill in, but their depth is not up to par with Wabash, who just simply has more good players.
Didn't he just say we had this year he had 60 freshmen?
Yes.
I mean, that's just unheard of here. And now when you have as a coach, you know, I've been doing this for 5 years now, but there are times where you're sitting there, you know, this is what we have and this is what we have to play with. Now you're going to, in the future here, the way these they're recruiting and not recruiting, they really don't hard to recruit, but the people are getting here, they got some choices to make.
On 2nd down and 9. Nice spin move by Jeffers after the catch. And those are the pieces. Wabash has had it going for a long time now.
Here we go again. You're looking at Matt Hunt, how quick he gets the ball out. When you do this, and we've talked about this most of the game, and that was Parks who missed the tackle number 2, is that you give your receiver a little more time to make a move, but it just freezes the defensive line and linebackers because the ball's coming out so quick, there's no place for you to go. You can't get to him.
Hunt will keep it himself on 3rd down and 3, and he'll be twisted down at the 31. 1st down Tigers.
The one thing that we've watched in this game on both sides for both offenses, which is they run the same plays.
Yes.
I mean, we're not talking about a variety of plays here. We're talking about, you know, oh, we need 6 yards. Okay, Matt, I'm the quarterback. I'll call my number, even though they're calling it from the sideline.
You asked about the ability to audible for both quarterbacks, and they're both juniors. And you got the same response.
No.
On 1st down, incomplete off the hands of Hayden. So here's the conversation. Paul McGuire. You guys, what do you have ability-wise, audible out of a play? I can change protection. Well, what if you're looking at a play and you know it can't work or it won't work? I mean, you can audible out of that. What did Hunt tell you? Really not an option.
Not an option.
I can change protection.
No, I can't change the play. I mean, you know, well, a lot of this stuff when you see change the plays, it's because of personnel, but they use the same personnel all the time, so it doesn't make any difference.
Hunt, a bad snap, and just simply throws that one away as the Little Giants were coming in full force. He thought, well, you know, Connor Carnes, it looks like you're probably going to get me.
Oh, Connor Carnes had a free shot, and one thing we haven't seen, both offensive lines, I think, have been outstanding. You have not seen free shots at the quarterbacks.
3rd and 10. Lysing in the backfield.
You got single coverage on the top side, and I know he sees it.
And he's looking that way. Pressured, spins out, more pressure, and just throws it away. Incomplete to the Wabash sideline. The Little Giants have dialed up the pressure, and Matt Hunt running out of places to go.
And he really did the smart thing. He threw the ball away, and he knows he's got one more down, and they're going to go for it to pick up the first down or touchdown. But, you know, you watch him spin out. He's got great feet, great vision, and I think very intelligent young quarterback. Look at this. He has no chance whatsoever with the ball, so he just lets it fly out of bounds.
Classy play by Ethan Burrish to pull up and not take a free shot. 4th and 10. Hunt gets it away. Incomplete. Incomplete pass. Good was out there. Made a play on the ball. Couldn't come down with it. Little Giant ball when we come back. The Tigers are turned away on 4th down. Another Monon memory, 1994. How about this? You get it started with the George Leno opening kick. 94 yards for a score. Pa says, well, that's not bad. All right, good for you. Feel good about yourself. John Holloway says, that's 94? How about I give you 95? I go 95, and number 7 ties it at 7. And we have back-to-back kickoff returns for a touchdown in the first 29 seconds. Leno again, all 5'6". Was that Johnny Rogers? No, it's Leno. 5'6", 130 pounds. Freshman broke out. Wabash would lead 28-6 at that point in the 101st battle for the bell. Held off a Tiger comeback. Final on that one, 28-24.
All the years we've been doing stuff.
This
all
is
the
one
years
of them.
we've been doing, when you have speed, do you need anything else?
No, you're 100% right. Well, power is good, but speed and power is a great combination. And we've seen one of the performances for the ages. Mason Zurich, this performance today will go down as one of the great ones.
And I'll tell you, he's been on the bench for almost a half a quarter at least. You know, Mason Zurich is just one of those guys that I mean, you got to get to him in a hurry. You can't let him get up steam. Here's another 8-yard run.
Look at that, 29, 258, and a couple touchdowns.
I guarantee if he'd have been in the game the entire game, and he's in shape enough that he could have played this entire game, he would have broken the record, or set the record at school.
Still just under 11 and a half minutes to go. And DePauw now hitting their ears back, focusing on number 38. But for Wabash, you've got next week. You get to sit around tomorrow and figure out who you're going to host. Get somebody to come to Crawfordsville for a playoff game.
They actually, if they can go as far as they go, they got 2 home games, I think.
Yeah, if they win, they figure with their seeding, you should get to host 2 home games.
Well, let me just say something, folks. Some maybe not understand. They're in the playoffs if they win this game, and it's obvious that they're going to go to the playoffs. But they're in the playoffs. In order to win the championship, they got to win 5 more games. Okay? Figure that one out. So that's 15.
Well, you think about it. And Rice lowering a shoulder and blowing right over Fulta. Fulta, good job to get him down, but Rice powering his way for more yardage.
I mean, you're looking on that play there. You are looking at a quarterback delivering a blow. I mean, these guys unload on quarterbacks all the time. But you want to see a quarterback unload? Watch Rice. Bam! And that's smarts.
Good job of getting down. Bolt is thinking, wait a minute, I didn't even see you coming. I looked up, this is a train wearing number 19 coming right at me. More deliberate pace offensively now for the Little Giants. Zurich.
There's another 4.
Well, now let's go back to your point. So you're in the playoffs in Division III. You play 10 regular season games.
Yes,
for both these.
Win all 10. You're going to win all 10.
Yeah, one non-conference, 9 in the conference. And then if you're Eric Rayburn, right there, second one in the ball cap, gray and white ball cap. He looks like your old guy who recruited you, Al Davis, leaning forward in front of the post. He used to try to take a shot of Mr. Davis. He'd lean forward in front of the post so you couldn't see him on camera. You know what I'm talking about. But you'd end up playing, if you won the championship, you'd play another entire half of a season. You'd end up, you got 10 games now, you get in the playoffs, if you win the whole thing, or you get to the championship game, you play 5 more. You go from 10 to 15.
And not one of those 5 games is a cakewalk.
No.
Now you're playing the best in your division. I mean, you win the championship, and what is it? Who's it? Mount Union?
Well, where Eric Rayburn went, Mount Union, absolutely.
They won 700 games in a row, I think. I don't know.
Feels that way. Mount Union, Wisconsin, Whitewater, you're talking the elites at this level. But this is a really fun level to cover. Zurich left side, cut down. Rocky Leffler coming in, making the stop.
And Rocky got hurt. Oh, Rocky hit his shoulder, but he did what he was supposed to do, hit him low. And that stings.
And Zurich says, let me just adjust my belt a bit, I'm fine. Go ahead, give it to me again. Wow. Well, the fun part, they've got the signals coming from the sideline. And our sideline ace on the Wabash side, Matt Hudson, played quarterback, and so they were talking that Zurich gets it again, that the alums and guys who played in the program love it because the signals are the same. So once you figure out who's live, you're watching the game, you know what play's coming.
I mean, they really don't, either one of these, they just don't line up and say, we're going to fool you. They don't have gadget plays. Because if you really have to think that you can beat one of these teams with a gadget play, you don't have a chance. You got to line up, and we're talking about smash mouth football. That's what these guys play.
Little Giants happy to let as much time run off the play clock before they get set. Rice now directing a little traffic. Zurich the back, he'll get the carry. Spins forward for a couple. He's, with these runs of just 2 and 3 yards, he's really lowering his average.
Yeah, he's the only guy, this guy's the only guy I've ever seen that can hop for 4 yards. Just hop. He's got it. I mean, I know we belaboring this point on him, but, he just is an outstanding individual and an outstanding player. And he looks at that sideline, and I know every time he looks over there, you better be calling my number.
This is senior campaign. Single season rush records. 1497 for Morris back in 2002. 1435 today. A little room running right. Get a couple. He'll get a couple. Wabash on their way to keeping a perfect record and getting to 10-0.
Now they're going to move on to the playoffs, obviously, but when you get into the playoffs, to have a guy like this that you can depend on, first of all, to gain yardage and keep you on the field, to pick up first downs, but to move that clock when you have to move the clock. And you only throw when you really have to. If you look at how many times has Connor Rice had to throw the football in this game? None. Had to.
No, you're right. He's been efficient 10 of 16, but there haven't been a lot where you had to do it. And Rice coming into his zone, trying to run around the right side. Tigers there force him out of bounds. Clock stops, 6:11 to go.
Did you see who was out in front of him?
Yeah. Well,
the blocker was Zurich. Here you are, you're a defensive back, and you're not going to tackle Zurich, number 38, but he's going to pop you. It's a nice feeling when you're a quarterback running out and said, hey, look, I can just run in behind this guy for a little while.
4th down and 2. Kristen motions. Zurich. It'll be close. Tigers think they stopped him.
I think they did. They had to get inside the 18, 17.5-yard line. They didn't make it.
Nope. DePauw football. 5:44 to go in the battle for the Monon Bell between Wabash and DePauw. DePauw has the football back after stopping Wabash, but the Little Giants with a commanding 45-17 lead. 5:44 to go in the game. A beautiful day out here.
It was a gorgeous day today. You know, you never know what kind of weather you're going to hit. Yesterday, the winds were up to 30, 35 miles an hour.
Had your hair blowing all over the place.
Yeah, my football hair, 11 on each side. But it's but up. Beautiful day.
Well, we've been here when it's been really cold, but it is mid-50s. Starting today. Hunt going to add to his impressive total today, and he'll rip off a nice run, nearly 20.
He has really been, he's their offense. I mean, you know, we said that at the beginning. He does it with his feet. He does it with his arm.
Well, for both these places, you know, you think if you come to DePauw and you're a running back, you're going to have a great quarterback with you. Hunt will be a senior next year. And there's plenty of room in that backfield. And Zerk graduates as well. Lysing, the senior, with the catch and run and a hard collision up near midfield. I like his game.
Oh, Lysing, he's caught, what, 3 balls today, and every time he's got it right at the end of his run, and he sees somebody. He just, it's almost like I'm gonna point him out to myself and then nail him because I'm gonna get hit, but I'm delivering the blow first.
Well, he's a senior as well, and he knows, you know, in 5+ minutes when he takes him off, that's the last time. Hunt. Slides down, avoids the hit. One of these guys, you talk to him about what it means to win the Bell, and for Wabash, you know, there've been, it's almost like the senior classes now are afraid. Boy, what if we're the one that, you know, next year it'll be they've won 7 straight. You know, what if you're the ones who let it slip away and end up back on the DePauw campus? And for the DePauw Tigers, it seems like, boy, it just sure would be nice to get that thing back and be able to ring it on our campus as well.
Well, just think about it. There isn't one guy on this whole football team that's ever won the Bell. So
no. And they talked about senior classes who haven't seen it. You know, Brad Walker-Merker, the alum down on the sideline with us today, said, you know, we had it for a year and it was great, but geez, we just felt like we didn't have it long enough.
No.
Well, Wabash, boy, they've got it going. They have, you know, what you talk about is a program, outstanding coaching staff, you know, great school, and they have got it rolling up in Crawfordsville. Be interesting to see how far they go in the playoffs.
That I will be watching.
Yeah, that is. Isn't that one of the fun parts of this? That you go out and cover a team, and then you just automatically check and say, hey, what's going on? Let me see how those guys are doing. What time's the game? Let me check that score. Luger with the catch.
You know, we talk so much about the football teams, and you know, you got 4 minutes to run this out. The seniors, it'll be the last time for them. But the most impressive thing for me, and I think you, when you first came here to do the game together with me, and you said, you know, you're gonna really be impressed when you talk to these guys. And honestly, folks, I'm serious about this, they take their football seriously, but they take their academics more seriously. It is the most important thing to them, because if you talk to these seniors and when you say to them, what are you going to do when you get out of school? They already know where they're going. They know what jobs they have. They know, you know, I mean, it's just incredible.
After the game, it's a Nashville Marathon. Get caught up in all the action from Season 1, followed by a triple shot of all new episodes from Season 2. That's going to follow the battle for the Bell here. Well, I tell you what, the fun part of chatting with them is that it's not a guess of what they're going to do. They've had an internship, they've had an experience. They're not saying, oh, I'm going to work in marketing. You ever worked in marketing? No. You ever done an internship? No. You ever taken a class? No. What do you mean you're going to work in marketing? What are you talking about? Say, you're going to work in marketing, what's that mean? Well, I've been down in Indianapolis. I did a whole internship for the summer. I've had a job in it. I mean, they give you real, well thought out answers. I mean, I had a great time listening to you give the left tackle of Wabash, Wes Brown, a hard time when he brought in his lunch, a pizza, a sandwich, half the kitchen sink, and he didn't share any of it.
No, he didn't offer any.
An econ major. So what are you going to do? He's like, well, you know, I something within the world of financial math, econ, you know, looking at predictors. I had no idea what he was talking about. I just nodded my head. That sounds good, Wes. Great. And you're 6'7", 275. Do whatever you want. On 4th down, Hunt.
And I really love it when they start giving you the stuff that I do this. I never even heard of half the things you're taking.
It's great. It is fantastic.
I wanted to say, you ever heard of phys ed?
Is that what you took at the Citadel?
Yeah, 4 years. Hey, he's got all A's.
Hunt didn't get it. Little Giants would get the ball back. That was 4th down. You know, these are student athletes, and the competition is good, and their experience, when you talk to them about it, is phenomenal. Putko's going to come in and play quarterback.
But you know, one other thing about this is the alumni for these two schools. You talk about people that are really support these young people at a school. I mean, the opportunities are enormous, and a lot of it is done right through the young alumni.
Well, you know, when the university, Putko is going to keep it. When a university, and these are great liberal arts institutions that are small in size but not small in stature, and when alumni want to give back, it's not just send in a check. They'll line you up with something to do, or a way to give back, or an internship, or something that's real and meaningful, and that just keeps the whole thing moving forward.
It's amazing.
Zurich going to be taken out of the game now to a well-deserved round of applause and a standing ovation from the Wabash side.
And boy, does he deserve it. He should be the first guy to ring that bell, because we've been ringing everybody else's bell.
Get him out, ice him up, get him ready for next week. Matt Pinola. Will Longthorne's been flying around all afternoon. It'll be a good 27-mile trip home.
Yeah. And really, when you look at it, and they know the better team did win this football game. I would just go back and recap a little bit. You cannot turn the ball over against a team that's better, that really is better than you are. And that's what the coach said. If we turn the ball over, that's one of the things we just cannot do. That's number one on our list. We can't. And they did it right off the bat. They did it 3 times.
Yeah, and they were moving the ball right at the start of the game, and things were going well. And those were the pieces that, Bill Lynch, he's been around a long time. He knows how to do this. Kirby Cox, the sophomore from down the road in Indianapolis, gets the handoff under 2 minutes to go. And, you look at it, Coach Lynch, he said, we simplify these. You don't get to spend a ton of time coaching these kids. We get 2 hours, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, walk through Friday, play on Saturday, little film on Sunday, Monday's off, and then 2-hour blocks each time. He said, we've just told them that, listen, you got to win the turnover battle, number 1. 2, you got to take care of field position in the kicking game. 3, third down possessions, and 4, explosive plays. If we win 3 out of those 4 areas, we're going to get a W. If we don't, we're not. He said, it doesn't matter who you're going to play. He said, when you come up, it doesn't matter who it is. In Ohio Wesleyan, if we don't get it done, in those 3 and we didn't, he said, you end up with the loss.
That was their first loss and only loss of the year because they didn't do those things.
And the players understand it. I loved his take on it. He said, I've coached at all different levels, Division II, Division I, Division III, former head coach at Indiana and at Butler. He said, we don't get a ton of time with these guys, but as I've gotten older, I've figured out less is more. He said, better for the guys.
You concentrate on the things you can do the best instead of, wasting time with these guys in practice. Because these guys, if go back to the academic part of it, these guys, if they have a project or something they're doing it with the class, they don't have to go to practice. All they do is call the coach, email the coach, I've got a project, that's fine, okay, see you tomorrow.
A couple more snaps, Paul. Enjoyed it as always, partner. Great working with you again.
Me too. I'm going to tell you something. Of all the guys I've ever worked with, I mean this with all my heart, you're one of them. Don't want you to ever forget that.
I'll never forget a lot of the things you've said. And thank you for the suspenders. Mine are red, yours are black and yellow. We'll maybe take
one of those beanies. They're going to get a beanie.
Yeah, we don't have the beanie. But for 7 straight years now, the bell is going to stay with the Wabash Little Giants. And DePauw's getting better, but they're not as good as the Little Giants. And they left no doubt here today. They got the defense rose up and got the turnovers. And then Mason Zurich.
Has he got his shoes in his hand?
Yeah. He does.
He does. He's got to shoot it. He burned them up. He
Wait to talk to Matt Hudson.
He burned up his. Ask him if he bad when you talk to him. Ask him if he burned his feet up running.
Here's Matt.
Guys down here with Mason Zurich. Mason, they've played 122 Bell games, and not one Wabash player ever has had more rushing yards than you did today. How does that feel?
I mean, it feels great. I kind of wanted to go out, at least make some memories. That's why I spiked the ball and took that personal foul. But it feels fantastic. I mean, it's all hats off to the O-line, though. I mean, I didn't really have to do much on myself. I just pretty much hit the hole that they made.
Mason, 4 Bell games and 4 wins. How does that feel?
Well, that's fantastic. I mean, streak's at 7 now. At least 30 seconds left. I mean, just got to keep it going. It's a great feeling.
Congratulations on the win. Good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Well, so it wasn't an impulse spike. It was a memory spike. Fair enough. And you know what? If you're going to rush for 288 yards, you can do whatever you want. You can take a 15-yard penalty, but you got to make sure you get to 288.
But, you know, how many guys admit that he intentionally took a personal foul? And all he did was spike the ball because he was so happy. He said, you know, come on, that's good stuff. Now you really root for this guy.
And Nashville coming up next. Get caught up on all the action from Season 1. We'll get a shot of the all-new episodes from Season 2. Season 1 comes right after us. Season 2 premieres tonight at 8 Eastern. Well, congratulations to both these teams. Wabash and the Giants, good luck. 10-0 heading to the playoffs. And the DePauw Tigers are going to finish at 8-2 overall. 7-2 in the conference. Kickoff be the final carry of the game. And a very entertaining Monon Bell. But once again, Wabash comes out on top.
I've enjoyed this game. I really have. You know, it would have been a much better game had they not turned the ball over. But, you know, when you look at these guys, neither one of these teams quit all the way down the wire. It's a great football game.
For Paul McGuire, Matt Hudson, and Brad Wakamerka, Rich Cellini saying, so long, Wabash victorious in the 122nd meeting.